everyone. Guard the Line High School Football Classic, brought to you by Mid-Southwest Entertainment Network. Mid-Southwest Entertainment, in partnership with Bandwave, is a company with a mission to create unforgettable experiences. We have the key programs that have captivated our community, enriched diversity, and most importantly, supported athletes and scholars. Here at MSW, we strive to build powerful experiences that keep us encouraging our communities. Hello everyone, I'm Chuck Holmes and welcome to DeSoto High School here in DeSoto, Texas. I'm here with Coach Larry Fennell.
How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing just fine. We are here for Game 3 of our Guard the Line Classic here on MSW Entertainment. Last week we had 2 football games. We had Millwood taking on Pine Bluff. Millwood out of Oklahoma City.
That's right.
And Pine Bluff was out of course, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Millwood walked away with the victory there, 14-0. Our second game was between the DeSoto Eagles, at that time ranked number 4 in the nation.
Yes.
And they took on a team from Fairburn, Georgia, Creekside.
Creekside.
And not sure why Creekside made the trip, but they were defeated pretty bad last week, 70-0, by this dominant Eagles team. This week, however, we have 2 other teams. We have one team from Dallas, Skyline, the Raiders, and then we have a team from Missouri City, Fort Bend High School. They come here, the Buffaloes will come in here tonight and take on Skyline. We talked to the Buffaloes earlier today, and we talked to the coach, we talked to a couple of players and a defensive coordinator. Tell me more what they had to share with us.
Well, Coach is excited to be here. The young kids have grown up now, Chuck. They are seniors now. A couple years ago when those guys were young, they were trying to find their way like the teams we saw last year that had young players. And now these guys are seniors. We're looking for them to really take it to the next level. You know, Coach talked about how it's time to go to the next level. The defensive coach also talked about how his defense is looking to control the line of scrimmage. Coach Williams also said we need to control the line of scrimmage if we're going to win this game. You know, we know they have a good receiver who's committed to the University of Kentucky, and we know that they have a good D-back also who is committed to the University of Texas. That defensive line features smaller guys, a little stout, smaller. They're going to be much quicker than the offensive line is going to expect. So I'm looking for a pretty good game.
And they're senior laden.
So
they've been through some of the wars that we're talking about. We'll be talking about, and just watching them practice, we've seen the quickness.
Yes.
We've seen them moving in and out. I know the coaches last week, they talked about the trip being a business trip.
Yes.
And Coach from Thurgood Marshall,
he said the same thing.
He said the same thing.
He said this is a business trip. This is an opportunity for our guys to get out in a place against another team that's just like them.
Exactly. I know they're coming off of a season from last year, just a little bit of disappointing. I mean, they were 8-3, but they were coming off of a 12-2 season. And so Coach is looking to rebound to even more victories this year.
That's right.
With the team that he has out there. So he's very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they're going to play. You know, I've watched a little film on those guys, and I just want to see, you know, coaches always give you just enough information for you to understand what's happening, but not to know what's happening.
Let's talk about Skyline.
Yeah, Chuck, we had a conversation earlier today with Coach Coleman, and he talked about how his team was young a couple years ago, and now these guys are seniors right now, and they're ready to come in here and have a good game. They travel well and they're ready to play. He's going to lean on his quarterback, Dante Ware, second-year quarterback. He had a couple touchdowns on the ground last week, and his junior running back, Tyreek, is going to also be in there. He had 1,200 yards last year, so he's going to be looking for him to do that. And he's going to be looking for Dalvin Cook. You know, that's his big receiver. He's a guy that goes up and gets the 50-50 balls.
You know, on the defensive side, he's going to be looking at Elijah Bo Ellis. I said Bo Ellis, but Bo Barnes.
That's right.
4-star recruit. So they're looking for a lot. There's some seniors and juniors. Let's talk about the keys to the game real quick.
Yeah, so we want to get the keys to the game, sorry about that, with Fort Bend. And number 1, control the line of scrimmage. He wants to control the line of scrimmage offensively, defensively. Number 2, get the ball to the playmakers. That's what we're talking about, getting that ball to Tyreek and getting the ball to Dalvin Cook. And number 3, don't let the moment overtake you as you did travel here. Now, when we look at on the other side, right, we look and see what we have for Skyline. Skyline is going to have some of the same things, right?
Well,
we're looking at Fort Bend, right?
Yeah.
Right. So right now, with Skyline's keys to the game, we're going to be looking for them to do the same thing. They want to control the line of scrimmage, right? As we talked to Coach earlier today, he said the same thing. We have to control the line of scrimmage if we want to win this game. The keys, number 2, establish the run. They need to have a sound running game to keep Fort Bend off of the offensive field, right? And the number 3, they really have to play sound defense. He talked about how they had some mistakes last week in their game, and they need to clean those up in order to be successful today.
Absolutely. I think it's important for both teams not to let the moment overshadow what's going on. To play within yourselves, play the game that the coaches play the game plan that the coaches have planned for you, and just come out and play good, smart, fundamental football. So we're watching as Skyline lines up for the kickoff. They'll be going from our right to left as the Buffaloes from Fort Bend await the kickoff. And we're underway for the 3rd game of the Guard the Line Classic here at DeSoto High School, DeSoto, Texas. I'm Chuck Holmes here with Coach Larry Fennell. And, Coach, this is our 3rd game.
This is our 3rd game.
We had 2 games last week, and teams from Oklahoma, teams from Millwood from Oklahoma, and Pine Bluff from Arkansas came in, and along with Creekside from
yes.
Fairbairn, Georgia. They came in and they played Odessa last week. Odessa. not in Odessa, Texas.
Not in Odessa, Texas. We're in DeSoto.
Yeah, they played DeSoto last week. And so this is our 3rd game in this particular classic. So the Buffaloes will start at their own 25-yard line. And that quarterback for them would be Caden Johnson, 6'6" senior, a junior, 6'6" junior, running the offense. We have man in motion. And we're going to have a false start right off the top, as it looks like one of the offensive linemen, Fort Bend, moved a little bit early. They're going to call that against Javane Mitchell, 6'2", 288-pound junior, number 72. So that'll back them up 5 yards, and they'll start at their own 20 now. 1st and 10, 1st and 15. Handoff up the middle.
Yeah, and there it is right there, Chuck. We just had that conversation with Coach, and he talked about how he wanted to establish that run. You know, as we see Peyton Long with the first carry right there, and we picked up a few yards right there. So I think we're going to see these teams kind of, filling each other out in this first quarter and first couple series to see what each one and what they can do to each team.
Yeah, Buffalo's going no huddle. Gain of 5 on that play. Once again, hand off to number 6, Peyton Long.
Yeah, and early on we're seeing Skyline now being able to kind of run that play there. They kind of stacked it up right there with big Nehemiah Johnson in the middle. That defensive lineman just kind of stood there and kept that offensive line from moving and allowed the linebackers to flow and make that tackle.
It's going to make it 3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line. Here's the snap. Looking long. He's got a man deep. Unable to pull the trigger, so he pulls it down, runs, and he's going to be just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a good decision at that point to pull it back. Once he double pumped, he saw he didn't have an angle at that. He had a receiver running wide open down there. It looks like Caden, who we were mentioning earlier, Edmonds, was open, but Caden didn't have enough time to pull that trigger.
So that'll bring up 4th down for the Buffaloes as they about a 1 yard short. 5-yard penalty right off the bat kind of put them back in the hole, but Skyline looking to get the ball for the first time. Good snap, good punt. Straight up, bounces at about the 44-yard line. Right there to come to a rest at about the 42-yard line where the Raiders from Skyline will take over. Let's see what the Skyline can, I know Coach talked a lot about his young offense and, what do you expect from them. So, I'm interested to see, Tyreek Crocker, number 8, see what he does when he gets the ball. Coach had high praise for him.
He did.
Along with Delvin Cook, his wide receiver, so.
So we'll take a look and see what Coach is starting off with.
Dante Ware calling signals. Handoff. And that's a nice gain on 1st down as Skyline's able to get about 6 yards on that carry.
Yeah, we're seeing right now exactly what Skyline wants to do. They want to establish to establish this run game, and they want to control this offensive line and line of scrimmage. That's the key to every football game, is to be able to control the line of scrimmage.
Fort Bend Marshall talks about the quickness on their defensive side. We were talking to Coach earlier, and he was talking about the size. They're small.
Yes.
Not as big as some of the offensive lines are going to be going against, but they're quick.
And as we see right there, Caleb Chester was in on that tackle, and from his cornerback position, he came up and wasn't fooled by any of the moving around. Made that good play. So the coach talked about Caleb, so we're going to
make it 3rd and 2 from the 50-yard line. Breaks one tackle, able to move forward. Going to be just short of the first down. Pick up about a yard on that one.
Yeah, we know it's early. It's early in this game, but we're still trying to look and see who's going to be able to establish the line of scrimmage. Both coaches talked about that a lot. Both talked about how we need to control the line of scrimmage in order to control the game. And so I think we're going to see a lot of running.
4th and 1 from the 49-yard line of the Buffaloes. Oh, we got a timeout. Coach Coleman didn't like what he saw, so he calls timeout. Coach Coleman coming into his 3rd year with Skyline, and a couple years ago they were 0-10.
0-10.
And now last year they came up. They were 3-7. It's a big improvement for a team that was 0-10.
Yep.
So he's looking for a lot more from his boys this year, some more maturity.
Yeah, they're seniors now, and coach says that he has 25 seniors. So. With that number of seniors, those guys have played a lot of games. They've seen a lot of things. They've been on the other end of not winning a lot of games. And right now, they understand. I think Coach understands what they need to do, and he's kind of let the kids know, hey, this is what we need to do to be successful today.
Indeed. And we line up again. It's 4th and 1 from the 49-yard line of the Buffaloes. Buffaloes looking to get off the field, and Skyline looking to keep their drive going. Snap to where he keeps the ball. He runs forward. He runs down. He runs to his own man.
To his own man.
He may have enough. He's going to be short. He ran to his own man, and that knocked him down. That made them short for the first down. So Buffaloes have held on first down with a little help from the offense from Skyline.
Yeah, that was a miscue right there, and Coach would love to have that play back.
Yeah, they'll get the ball at their own 49-yard line. Nothing here in the first quarter. 8:20 remaining. They're at the Guard the Line Classic. Buffalo's offense comes back on the field, led by quarterback Caden Johnson. And Buffalo's line up, 2 in the backfield. Quarterback Johnson. Johnson hands it off to number 6. And once again, Peyton Long being the workhorse so far.
Yeah, it was a good carry by Peyton right there. The offensive line opened a little hole up, and he didn't hesitate and got right up in there to pick those yards up. And early on, we're watching both teams kind of prod at the lines to see if they can establish something. We haven't really seen any passing just yet. We've seen a couple of attempts, but now they're going to both try to run.
And now Johnson keeps the football. He goes to the outside. We're going to have a flag down. Johnson makes a good run out to the 32-yard line, or the 28-yard line, but it's going to come back.
That's going to come back. We're going to have holding on this one.
Interesting formation they had there, Coach. They had trips out to the left.
Yep.
And single back, and quarterback keeper all the way.
Yep.
And Johnson's a big kid, coming in at 6'6", 200 pounds.
Yes. And that's just another way of overloading the defense and saying, hey, what we going over here, and you got to test the defense's backside to see if they're staying at home.
Yes, indeed. Well, that penalty's going to knock them back about 10 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 15 from their own 44-yard line. Eagles come in after a successful season last year, a little bit off from the year before, but they came in after 8-3. They played last week. There's a snap, low snap. Johnson's able to handle it, takes it down quickly and tucks it in, and he's brought down by that man, Elijah Barnes. Bo Barnes.
Coach talked about him glowingly. Talked to him earlier today, and he said, "You got to watch out for this kid. You got to watch him. You got to know where he's at all times."
6'2", 230.
Yes. 4-star recruit.
Yeah, 4-star recruit. Snap. Johnson looking long. Got his man out there. Oh, and he's unable to hold on to it, and he takes a big hit in the process.
Took a big hit.
That's number 8.
Yeah, that pass was a little high and a little behind him, and D-back took advantage of that high throw and a good hit in. And you know, a lot of times, Chuck, you see officials throw that flag in there on hits like that. And today it seemed like it was a good shoulder to the chest.
Yep, that was Caden Evans. Got 2 Cadetans on this team.
Mm-hmm.
A Caden Evans and a Caden Ferguson. Get a quick replay of that. It was a high throw. As a receiver, okay, we'll come back to that replay, but as a receiver, you get your hands on it, you're expected to hold on to it. But he took a good hit. And we're gonna have a flag down because we're gonna have contact with the punter.
Yeah, and this could be just it's high school, so
it could be an automatic first down.
Could be automatic first down.
Here's that replay again. We'll try to get back to it. Again, as we look at the flag.
So it's just a 5-yard variety. It was just a run into the kicker, so it's just a 5-yard penalty. So Skyline will keep the ball. Looks like 15.
It's going to be Skyline's football. I'm not sure how the officials marked that. I guess it's from where the ball
ended up,
and they knocked off 15 yards from there.
It looks like a 5-yarder. Because he called running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker.
Yeah, it wasn't a personal foul, just running into the kicker.
First down from the 18-yard line for the Raiders, Skyline. There's a handoff, big hole on the right side. Right side, the offensive line did a wonderful job creating that big hole for number 2, Minton Tremel.
Yeah, that was Mello. Coach said Mello is a kid we need to be watching out for as well. So we'll be taking a look at Mello today.
Dante Ware with the pass. Just a little bit overthrown. They're going to call a flag on that. They're going to say a pass. They got another one down here. We got a little fisticuffs going. And there's another flag. And there's another flag, and somebody's about to get thrown out.
It's a flag fest.
That's a flag. Somebody may get thrown out because there were some punches flying down there. You know, you get these kind of games, Coach, and, you know, the kids are excited because they get to travel and they get to play competition they normally don't get to play against. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of talking going on, a lot of bragging going on, or a lot of, just talking, period. And so, the emotions get a little high, and because teams get excited.
And they know there are more people watching them. They want to play well, and they're not going to allow someone to push them around. But you have to control your emotions in the game. You know, if you're not controlling your emotions and you're getting 15-yard penalties, you're a detriment to your team, and the coach is going to have to pull you to the side. And if you're a starter, coaches don't like to pull their starters, but they will.
Exactly. Well, as we look at the referees trying to figure out, okay, what's going on, who saw what, who'd you throw your flag on, anybody throw any punches, they're trying to figure it out. I know number 19, Javon Williams, was right in the middle of that. So you see coaches out there for Skyline trying to calm their team down, trying to get them focused. Across the field, you see the coaches for the Buffaloes. They're kind of standing on their hips, wondering, okay, who's going to get thrown out?
Right.
How do we adjust accordingly? If anyone's going to get thrown out, we don't know yet. I see Coach Coleman down there talking to the referees. Another group of referees goes across the field to talk to the Buffalo coaches. You know, it's been a fun week down here. We had 4 games last week, or 2 games last week.
Yes.
4 different teams from 4 different states. Mm-hmm. And then, during the week, like last Sunday, they had the Battle of the Bands. Each team brought their schools with them, brought their bands, high school bands with them.
Yes.
They had the Battle of the Bands. They've had activities going on all week. They've had food trucks in the parking lot. They've had different activities for the kids and stuff to play with in the parking lot. So it's been a fun week.
It has been.
That MSW Entertainment puts on down here. So it's our first time being here.
It is our first time being here, and we've been here two weekends in a row, and we're seeing some good high school football down here in the great state of Texas.
We've heard some good music too.
And we've heard some good music. We've seen some very good high school bands.
Absolutely.
And on our way out of here last week, we ran into Langston University band on their way down here as we were leaving. We were all at the famous Buc-ee's.
They were in there. They had to make an announcement. With the band members from Langston, please show back up at your bus.
Too many snacks in Buc-ee's. They couldn't get them out of there. I was with them. I didn't want to leave either. A lot of snacks.
All right, so after all that, we have offsetting penalties.
All right.
So it's 1st and 10 for Skyline from their own 38-yard line. There's a lot of activity for nothing to happen.
That's very light. There's quite a few flags.
Exactly.
A lot of aerial displays going on.
There's a snap to Ware. He hands it off.
There it is. There it is right there.
Tyree Cockrell was met in the backfield and taken down. That's that quick defensive line.
That's the quick defensive line Coach talked about. He said, we're not very big up front, but we are quick. And there you see it right there. They just slicing through lines.
They lost 1 on that play. Ware is in the backfield, joined by Cockrell. There's the snap. We got a false start.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 19 down at the bottom of the screen. Started early. And then, you don't want to do that, especially in front of your coaches.
No, you
never. Your own sideline. That's not a good thing at all.
You never want to be the one committing a foul in front of your sideline. The coach has he has access to you quickly. He can take a couple steps and grab you and say, hey.
Yeah, 3 coaches were getting his attention real quick right there in front of him. So that's going to push him back 5. It's going to make it 2nd down at about 14. Once again, Ware looking, avoiding in the backfield, being chased and run down. Taken down by number 13.
And there it is. Right now, we're seeing Marshall's defensive line. That quickness, those guys are getting in, and low man wins.
Yeah, that was Dylan Waters with the tackle on that one. 6'2", 175 junior. This defense is stacked with juniors.
They are.
And at least one sophomore starters.
Yeah, they've been coming up. Long coach talked about that, how young they were a couple years ago and how they've progressed.
Here's the play. We're gonna have another flag down because someone's being held.
Yeah, that was a hold on that end over there.
So Ware just throws the ball away. But that was a pretty obvious holding call. The tackle got beat. And all you could do was just reach out and grab.
And all you could do is reach out and grab, and at that case, you reach out and grab and tell the quarterback, "Hey, look out!"
A sign the quarterback didn't want to hear.
He does not want. The quarterback does not want to hear his tackles telling him to look out.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 16. So the Skyline's going to punt the ball away. They got the wind at their back. The Buffaloes get ready to receive the punt. Lamont Taylor back to kick. Nice side kick. Pick caught on the run, and there he goes. He's got a seam down the right side, and he's going to be taken out of bounds. That's number 12 for the Buffaloes. That was DeJohn Taylor.
That was an excellent run by DeJohn. He caught that ball and immediately saw the hole and attacked the hole. A lot of times you see those guys back there just kind of dancing around. You have to attack that hole and get through there. If you get through that first wave, good things will happen for you.
Yeah, he was able to take the ball on the run and go up the right sideline, get some good yardage on that. So
we'll see what the Buffaloes can do right here, Chuck. They are on the Skyline side of the field, and we've just kind of seen them run and, trying to plot and see what's opening.
Johnson looking over the defense. Going to hand it back off to number 6 there, Peyton Long. Peyton's been the workhorse so far in the backfield.
He has definitely been the workhorse down there. And, we're looking and trying to make sure.
No gain on that play. It's a 2nd and 10 for the Buffaloes from the 28-yard line of Skyline.
Let's go, offense, let's go!
See Long calling out blocking Sams. Here comes the blitz off the end, and he just overthrows his man.
And it's a pick.
Did he pick it?
It's a pick.
It's a
clean pick. Yeah, he overthrew his guy, and D-back was Johnny on the spot right there, waiting for that ball. That was Sammy Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard took that. That's an outstanding play. I'm watching the other receiver.
Let's go, Taylor!
And they would have picked that off at the 3-yard line. So they'll have it. The Skyline would have it 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line. Yeah, he was able to. He got pressure off the end from the defensive end.
Yep.
Overthrew his receiver and picked off at the 4-yard line. So now Skyline will get the ball right back, and they'll start from their own 4, 1st and 10. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 0 right now. No team really better get anything going. As once again, we have running back in the backfield for Dallas. That's Tariq Cochran, Dallas Skyline.
And we have defensive end out there again for the Buffaloes. So.
Basically no gain on that play once again, and he's going to be taken down in the back. We've seen that quickness from that defensive line as they're able to shoot the gaps, get to the running backs before they can get a head steam going.
We had a conversation with Jacoby Davis earlier today, and I asked him if he was going to be ready for this game, and he said, "I'm ready, Coach."
Yep, and so far he's shown that he's ready.
And so far he is showing, and what did I say to you when Coach didn't want to answer what his defensive plan was? I said, he's going to be shooting the gaps. What do we see right there? He's quick. He can get in underneath those linemen, and he's strong. He squats 500 pounds, Chuck.
That's what he said. Well, actually, he corrected me. He said 540 pounds.
540, yes. we are corrected, yes.
And they run a stunt there. Defense ran a stunt at number 99. Lance McDaniels, a 315-pound junior.
Yeah, right.
He didn't make the tackle, but he did force him to run wider than he wanted to run.
Right now, we're seeing both defensive lines controlling the game.
Yes, we are.
And both coaches talked about that repeatedly when we spoke with them earlier today. Both of them said we must control the line of scrimmage. And right now, their defenses are controlling the line of scrimmage, and their offenses are not.
Skyline back to punt. 4th and 5. Punting from the end zone. Nice kick. That's a beautiful kick. Got them into the air. He's going to roll, take a Raider bounce, and go out of bounds at the 34-yard line, or just about the 35-yard line. So that's a great kick.
That is a great kick. Great kick. Aided a little bit by the wind. They helped push it a little bit, and it pushed it away from the return man, and he wisely just got away from it and let it go.
Yep, come on, flipping the field.
It's a field flipper.
That's a field flipper right there. So good job there. The Buffaloes will take over from their own 35-yard line. 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 0-0. You're watching the Guard the Line Classic here on MSW Entertainment. Okay, we got Stacks at the top end, bottom of the field. Single back. Put a little pressure on the defense. That's a Hooter Reed. Here's this low snap. And the blitz is on. Didn't fool my boy.
It did not fool him.
Nope, didn't
Did not
fool
fool Mr. Barnes.
Mr. Barnes at all.
Did not fool him. Coach said Barnes will play on the other side of the line of scrimmage all day, and so far he has been correct.
It's like he drew that play up himself. He knew what was coming.
That was a good timely blitz call right there as he shot that B gap, and nobody could do anything about it.
Yeah, he was there before long to get his feet.
He almost took the handoff.
Almost took a handoff, really. Johnson looking to the sideline. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Down to 5. You're down at 4. We're going to take a timeout. There's your timeout.
Yeah,
there was some confusion on the field.
Yeah, someone was not in the right spot. We don't want to call anybody out because we're not sure what the play was supposed to be, but someone was not in the right spot. Coach wisely called a timeout.
Well, so far, Coach, as both coaches did mention their defense is going to be the strengths right now.
They sure did.
Yeah. And that's what we've seen so far, defensive struggle.
That was the first thing they said to us when we said, hey, what's your key to the game? Both coaches immediately said, control the line of scrimmage with our defensive line.
I mean, Fort Bend even brought their defensive coordinator to the meeting.
They brought the defensive coordinator and the starting defensive tackle.
And the starting defensive tackle.
Who just made a play.
Yes, indeed. So, they're going to hang their hats on their defense. Both teams today they are.
Yes.
And it takes a while for the offense to fill each other out.
Yes.
And to good offensive coordinators will. They'll find weaknesses on both defenses. They'll find what's working and what doesn't work.
You run plays. Some plays are not designed for to be a big play. Some plays are just designed to test the defense, test their principles, test their discipline. You run plays over and over and over to see what is taking place, meaning are they sticking to their discipline and their keys?
Absolutely.
And then you counter that.
In motion, Johnson going back, looking for the screen on. Not a good throw. They had the screen set up.
Wow, better throw, and he might still be running right now, Chuck.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that pass was determined for Andre Feast.
Yeah, he rushed himself a little bit. If you're going to run a screen, the defensive linemen are going to come free. You just kind of have to stay poised. And at 6'6", that should have been a little easier throw right there for him.
Well, as a quarterback, that's probably one of the hardest plays to really be patient on.
Yeah.
The blitz. And the other is the post pattern, letting your guy run that double move to get down there.
Because you're going to take a hit. Somebody's right in your face. You're going to take a hit.
Yep. Johnson with the snap again. This time the pitch out.
There's Barnes again.
Yep, Mr. Barnes.
There's Mr. Barnes again.
Barnes on another great tackle as he runs down number 12. He was in, that's my mistake. No, he was in for number 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was DeJohn Taylor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Taylor immediately took the handoff and went backwards with it.
Right now the Buffaloes are going to have to find a way to contain Barnes. When I'm calling games, if you keep coming in my backfield, I'm going to start calling plays to kind of get you trapped somewhere and maybe send a guy back on your blind side and just kind of clip you a little bit and slow you down and say, hey, I'm watching.
Absolutely. That was a big loss. That made it 4th and 25. And now they have to punt into the wind. And it takes a big Skyline bounce. So the Buffaloes pick it up, and Skyline will start off with an excellent field position at their 37-yard line of the Buffaloes.
Yeah, right now we see the defenses are kind of dominating this game right now, and offensive coordinators are trying to figure out what they can and can't do, and sometimes you know what you want to do, but you want to wait. You don't always want to show everything in the first quarter, the first half. Sometimes you want to wait in that second half, and maybe the other team kind of, gets comfortable in what they're doing, and they don't think you're going to do anything different, and then you hit them with something and you get a long gain or a quick score.
Here's the snap, and right up the middle was number 8 for Tyreek Cockcroft. When he's able to get loose, he's showing some good movement.
Yeah, he's just got good footwork. Yeah. He's got good leverage. He's quick. If he can get through that first wave, the linebackers are going to have to break down and make a play.
Yes, indeed. We're at quarterback, looking over the defense, calling the signal. The shotgun takes the snap. A handoff again. This time it's read pretty well, but the strength, look at the strength.
Look at the strength.
That Tyreek, that Cockcroft has. He was initially hit at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to drive his legs to pick up about 3 yards on that.
Yeah, like he picked up another 3 with a guy on his back and another guy wrapping him around his waist.
It's going to make it 3rd and 7. Here's the snap. Where keeps it this time, floats it out, and the defense is going to be all over that. But he's able to turn the corner, and he's going to be just short of the first down. Well, no, they're going to give it to him.
I think they're going to give it to him. That was you had a missed tackle out there, and just enough to allow him to pick up that first down and keep that ball, keep the chains moving.
All right, well, that chain moves. That's the first down. That takes us to the end of the first quarter. So far, Coach, we've seen a defensive battle. But it looks like Skyline is starting to move the ball a little bit. Starting to figure a few things out here. Another beautiful day here in DeSoto, Texas.
Fabulous day.
It was better than it was last week. Was a little warm.
Last week was a little warm.
Yeah.
Same breeze, but it was just blowing hot air.
Indeed.
It was just blowing hot air.
This week's a little bit cooler. Last week we saw a lot of guys going down with cramps.
Yes.
No matter how, and even in games like this, you're still going to cramp up because you're still losing a lot of fluids. You're still losing a lot of using electrolytes and stuff. So we've got coming up tomorrow, Sunday, September 8th, full course. As you can see on your screen there, we've got some more events coming up at the event center. We've got a rooftop party for music lovers. So come experience our incredible house band, the Party Crashers, featuring mind-blowing talent Spud Howard, Chadney Crystal, Tempest Barnes, Polo the Vibe, and our incredible host Phil Wade. So get ready to turn up the volume and dance under the magical Dallas skyline. That's tomorrow, September 8th at 7 p.m. Do not wait. Space is limited. Tickets are selling fast, and you must be 21 or older to enter. So dress to impress. For tickets, inquiries, sponsorships, or vendor requests, visit livemusiccollective.com. That's livemusiccollective.com. Come and meet the experience. First down for the Raiders. 28-yard line, where it keeps it, moves out to the left side. Unable to turn the corner, but he may pick up a yard or two on that one. Actually, there was no gain on that. So no gain on that. It's like both coaches, Coach Skyline, he's kind of testing perimeters. Let's see how they react out there. He's running away from that quick offense, that defensive line.
Yeah, it was tested the middle of the line early, and the defensive line was holding up, and now he's going to say, hey, can you guys hold up if I run wide on you? What do you have there?
We got trips at the bottom of the screen. The snap, we're looking that way. Get the pass rush, rolls out, directing traffic, looking, and nice catch along the sideline. He's able to keep at both feet in bounds.
Good catch, number 11, Spencer Taylor. That's a good catch. Spencer settled down and he stopped his moment. He knew where he was on the field, and he just stopped. Make sure he kept his feet in.
One of those juniors that Coach Coleman talks about.
And he is. He's relying on him as well.
Okay, look to the sideline. Coach Coleman calling out the offense, the offensive coordinator calling out the offense. 10 seconds now, down to 9 seconds on the play clock. Down to 5. And we have to take a timeout.
Take a timeout, yeah.
As this players are in the wrong position as you're trying to move stuff around. Coach, it's early in the season.
Yeah.
And so we're going to see stuff like that. Not just from the players, but from the coaches as well.
Yeah. It's early season jitters from everyone. We saw it at the pro level. We were watching college games earlier today, and we saw it at college games. First games, there's a lot of things you're trying to work out. In practice, there's things you can't see in practice. It's not live action. You're not really trying to hurt each other out there. And even coaches you have time in practice to say, hold on, stop. Let's run this. But here, you have 25-second play clock.
You got a 30-second play clock going. As soon as the ball is spotted, the clock starts.
As soon as the ball is spotted, you got to be ready to go. And a lot of times, offensive coordinators are 2 or 3 plays ahead of where they're at on that play sheet.
Absolutely.
You're always ahead because you have plays that are set up plays. You have plays that, hey, I like this play. Hey, I got the right formation, the right kids for this play here. So
they also know what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
As we look at another good crowd here for the Guarded Line Classic. Where it keeps it, and he's going to take a big hit. He had a man wide open in the flat, but he's unable to get the ball to him.
Yeah, he did, and even at this level that we're at, as high as we're up and we have these headphones on, I can still hear the coach say, "Throw the ball." You know, that guy was wide open, but you know, when you're in the heat of the game, sometimes your eyes don't see what everyone else sees when those guys are coming at you.
Well, it's kind of tough, you know. We got a guy that's 6'4", 6'5", barreling. His sole purpose is to dislodge you from the football.
Exactly. It's coming with bad intentions.
Yeah, exactly. We're 4th down, and Raiders are going for it. He's looking. Here comes some pressure. Now he's going backwards. That's not the direction you want to go. He just throws the ball away.
Good play.
So, good defense by the Buffaloes.
Very good defense by the Buffaloes.
As they're able to hold and get the ball on downs.
Yeah, we're seeing the defense now. Coach Williams said that, hey, my defensive line is fast.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to create a lot of havoc, and we're seeing that right now. They're not giving. They're not giving
We're a lot of time.
They're not giving Ware a lot of time at all.
Getting an opportunity, you know, to set up and throw the football. They're not getting a lot of time at all. They've tried to keep them honest with the run.
Right.
But that's, you know, they're pinning their ears back and they're coming after them.
Yeah, that hasn't you know, proven out well because, you know, the Buffaloes are playing great defense on that line.
Okay, looks like we've got a
flag out
Do
there.
we have a flag? Oh, I see some laundry.
Yeah, I see it out there.
See what the referee has to say about it.
White Hat's gonna come talk to him.
Okay, that foul's against the Raiders, and I didn't see what the actual call was, but it was a big one. It brought them out to the 45-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Buffaloes. As they're looking to get something going with just under 11 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. Nothing. Caden Johnson taking a snap, snaps low, picks it up, looking, and just kind of throws it away. Coach, what does a low snap like that do?
Well, a low snap like that will throw off your timing. You know, it looked like that was going to be our RPO right there, and because the timing was thrown off, you know, the quarterback and the running back are not on the same page, and wisely, the quarterback just took that and said, hey, let me just get outside the pocket and throw this away, and you know, don't take a loss of down there. So, very good play right there by Kate Mr. Johnson, and you know, that's as a coach, you like to see your quarterbacks do that.
Yeah.
Don't just take a negative play. Go ahead and throw that ball. Don't be scared to just throw that ball away and let's live to play the next down.
Yeah, and that's what they've done. Caden keeps the ball, pulls out, big hole up the middle as he's able to rumble down to the 40-yard line of Skyline.
Yeah, that was a good decision by Caden that time as well. Instead of him giving that ball to the running back, he rolled him a little bit, and the defense all collapsed on the running back, and he just pulled it back out and took off around the corner, pick up that 1st down. So we're starting to see some adjustments, Chuck.
Yep.
We're starting to see the adjustments. Earlier he was just handing that ball off and moving, and now he's deliberately pulling it out.
You know, Johnson is 6'2", 200 pounds. That's a load coming at you.
Yes, sir.
Takes the snap, looking down at the bottom of the screen, and he kind of just throws it away over his head. He had a man right open right down here in the flat.
Yeah,
he checked down to him. He had open field in front of him.
You know, sometimes the quarterback determines before pre-snap that he's going to throw that ball to the deep man, and he just doesn't even take a look at the guy on the outside.
Yeah,
he takes a look out there and gets that ball over to Delvin. He could have picked up another 1st down right there.
Well, if he'd hit Beast down here in the flat, number 3, he was wide open.
That's right.
He was sitting down here eating a sandwich, drinking a little drink.
He did.
And watched the ball sail out of bounds. So here we are again, 2nd down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Johnson takes it automatic. It's a design run. He goes right up the middle. And he's able to get down to the 20-yard line, 20-yard line.
And there's another adjustment right there, Coach.
20-yard run. That's a design run.
That is a design run, and that is a coordinator now saying, hey, you guys are crashing. You guys are coming after the back, so I'm going to use my quarterback's legs now against you until you adjust back, and then I'll give it back to the back. So it's a cat and mouse game. It's still early. They're still trying to figure out. I know it's 2nd quarter, mid-2nd quarter, but the coaches are still looking.
1st and 20. There's the handoff. So Peyton is able to drive forward for a couple yards. Helmet comes off. So he'll have to come off.
Come off for a play. Check that chin strap, make sure it's tight. You know, we saw a number of helmets pop off last week.
Yes, indeed.
You know, several of them, both games.
Yeah.
So a lot of hats come off both games, and you know, these guys don't like to wear them too tight. You know, like in our day, we wore them so tight, cut off our brim.
Of course, back in our day too, we didn't have as much hair on our head.
We did not.
We didn't have braids, and we didn't have the big fros and stuff. So, and once again, Johnson keeps it, rumbles forward, close to another first down.
Yeah, that's 6'6", 200 coming at you. You know, if you're 5'9", 170-pound cornerback, you're not wanting to see that guy break that line of scrimmage that easily like that.
That's going to be about a yard short. Figure about 3rd and 1 from the 11-yard line as the Buffaloes are driving. 8:45 left here in the second quarter. 0-0 score. Pete Long back in the game, standing next to Johnson. He takes the handoff and the fake handoff, and Johnson's able to keep it, get the first down. Going to make it 1st and goal. He gets down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, now an offensive coordinator is saying, hey, this is what I see is happening. I'm going to run it until you stop it. So now Skyline's going to have to make a decision on what they're going to do on defensive. And everything is a counter. He's coming on the backside, and they've seen something up in their booth to tell them that they need to run it that way.
We got trips to the top of the screen. Johnson called a snake. Oh, bad snap, but he's able to grab it. This time,
timely blitz.
Take it, timely blitz on him for no gain.
Yep, run blitz. He said we're not expecting you to throw the ball, so we're going to fill all gaps, A and B, up the middle.
And that's the defensive coordinator making adjustments there.
And that's the defensive coordinator. You know, defensive coordinators don't like when you start opening holes on them.
Nope.
They will make some decisions real fast and change that up.
That's going to make it 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. You know, Johnson with no gain on that play. Once again, same formation. This time he's looking to go to the corner and almost intercepted, but knocked away at the last minute by Skyline. Now, that's kind of pass to the corner.
Yeah, that you want to put a little air under.
Yeah.
You don't want to throw that one on such a line like that, but especially when you're going with the wind, it's going to make that ball travel a little faster, and it's going to sail on you as we see the ball sail. But in this case, it might have been good that it sailed because it could have been picked off.
Yeah, that ball was for Caden Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
Intended for him. Knocked away by Skyline. Makes it 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Johnson calling signals. He's going to keep it. He's going to run. Finds a hole in the middle. And he dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
There it is. There it is. The Buffaloes have found a weakness, and they're now exploiting it. And now we're going to look and see if Skyline can take that away.
They can adjust accordingly. They got their entire line moving to the right. That hole opens up.
Yep, he saw first daylight, he saw the opening, and he put his foot in the ground, turned right upfield, and got the touchdown.
That was a good drive for the Buffaloes.
Really good drive.
That puts them up 6-0, looking to add the extra point. Left foot kicker. Everybody's adjusting around, getting used to it, and here they come. Here comes the snap. Good snap. Oh, bad snap. Well, good snap, bad bobble. Picked up by number 3, unable to get into the end zone. So, you know, a fundamental part of the game.
Yes.
And it's surprising how that 1 point makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
You know, it's a victory for the defense, and it hurts for the offense. So you think you should have 7.
You know, we heard Coach Johnson say last week that Coach Mathis hates when the score is not right.
Yes, indeed.
So he will immediately try to correct the score to 7s.
He likes the 7s. You know, and so, you know, the Buffaloes now lead 6-0. That may play a factor later on down the game, especially if Skyline's able to score and punch one in. And you know, you take a 1-point lead or a 2-point lead, whichever they decide to go with it or whatever. So even on a field goal, that's a big difference. The other team comes up with a field goal.
Yes.
Instead of being up 7-3, now you're up 6-3.
Yep. That 1 point makes a big difference.
Makes a big difference. Well, the Buffaloes will be kicking off to our left. They now have the wind at their back. As we look in the snap, it was kind of a high snap.
It was a high snap. It was a tough one to handle.
Right. So, fundamental part of the game that doesn't get a lot of work, but it's still a very important part of the game. So here the Buffaloes kicking off from the 40-yard line. Long deep kick. It's going to be mishandled a little bit. Now he slides to the end zone and he comes out and he's got a big hole. And there he goes. You see that how many times, Coach? How many times have you seen that?
Anytime that ball is dropped like that, it throws the rhythm off of everyone. Everyone. And especially the guys that are running down there because they're expecting you to. It's a timing deal.
Yeah.
It's a time. Everything is a timing deal. And so that was a good run by that young man right there.
Yeah,
he saw the hole, one step.
That's it.
One tackle, one person there to make that play.
Everybody's eyes get big. They see, oh, he's popping. He slid down the end zone. Here we go. And they lose containment. Okay, Skyline will take over from their own 31-yard line, 36-yard line, as they trail 6-0 here with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. Ware with a handoff. And a nice gain.
A nice run right there off the right tackle right there. And so he picked up a good 5 yards. And he picked up 5 yards on first down. That's a winning down.
That's Cockcroft again with the carry. And this time, able to pick up 2 gains on that. Cockcroft again on the carry. It's going to make it 3rd and 4, 40 from their own 42-yard line.
And you see Skyline still staying true to who they are and what they do by running the ball. And, you as a coach, you go in and you say, "This is who I am. This is what I do.
This is what we do.
This is what we do. If you can stop us in what we do, then hats off to you."
Play clock is down to 10 seconds. Got the play in. We're with the snap. We're going to have a legal motion, but my goodness. My goodness.
There's that man again.
And that was a different guy this time. That was Lonnie Fagans.
Yep, he's been all over the field so far today.
Yeah, he wasn't
He's
fooled at all
coming
on
from
that.
left defensive end. He's coming from right defensive end. And he is in the backfield. He's been back there all day pretty much.
Yes, indeed. I mean, he was quick on the ball. He was there. Ware didn't have a chance.
Nope, he did not.
No chance whatsoever. But that's going to be an offside. He may have gotten there too quickly.
Right.
Because they got him for an offside. Somebody was offsides on that. So he may have gotten there too quickly. So that makes it 1st and 10, though, for Skyline as they move the ball out to their 47-yard line. Dante Ware taking the snap. Hands the ball off again. Big hole on the right side. The running back is able to squeeze through there. Once again, it's Cockcroft.
Yeah,
it was Mentor that time on the carry.
That time Mello.
They're similar. They look alike.
Yes.
There he is. He's with the ball again. This time he sidesteps, but able to pick up 1 or 2 yards on that. He's just a little short of the first down.
And the official just down under us.
Yeah. Fegans on that again. There's a handoff to Mentor again. This time he stood up again by Fegans. And he's going to be short.
This one's going to be a spot this time. They might have to bring the chains out. It's going to be really close this time.
He's going to be short by about a half a yard. It's going to be 4th down. Number 99 in there on the tackle. Hand off again. This time able to dance his way through, make the 1st down. That's Cockrell. He was out for a couple of plays, get a rest. He's back in.
Yeah, he waited for the big man to pull across, and he kind of sat down behind him. And as soon as big man engaged, he put his foot in the ground and got upfield as quick as possible to pick that 1st down up. He only needed about a half of a yard.
There's a snap. Quick pass out to the flats. It's number 3.
We have another flag. There's going to be a block in the back out here on,
got another flag
on the end. Yeah, there's a block in the back right there.
It's a quick throw out to the flats for Delvin Cook, and referees are talking about it. It looks like it was a block in the back. So they're going to move him back. Taking him
Yeah.
10-yard penalty.
The receiver out there just kind of let the cornerback get in too tight up on top of him, and as he tried to turn him around, he just kind of held on to him, turned him sideways. And right in front of the official, no doubt.
Yep, that's going to make it 1st and 20. Yeah, that's going to make it 1st and 20.
There's that man again, Chuck. There's that man again. They don't have an answer right now for him, and they're going to have to make a decision on what they're going to do with him in the second half, because he's living in their backfield.
Yeah, you don't want the defense living in your backfield.
No.
You just don't. That's not how your offensive coordinator designs it. Now, your defensive coordinator,
right?
He doesn't mind if you set up house back there all day long.
He does not. He does not, and that's the thing that we're going to have to look at. Skyline's going to have to make that change, because if the Buffaloes continue to live on your side of the line of scrimmage, you're going to go backwards. You're going to have a bunch of negative plays, and then you're going to get out of character trying to do something to compensate for that. So what needs to happen really is up front, the offensive line coach needs to get with the offensive lineman, ask some questions. Hey, what's going on? Where is he coming from? We're calling this. What are you doing? Other side, I've watched them. They're pulling a lot. And sometimes when you pull like that, you vacate a space. If the defense is disciplined, they will stay right there and you run right back to them.
Right.
So, that's another thing they're going to have to take a look at and make some adjustments at halftime.
Absolutely. Well, we're at 3:49 remaining here in the second quarter. Buffaloes lead 6-0. Second down and 20 for Skyline as they look to get on the board themselves. Coming at the Buffalo's 46-yard line.
Let's go, Terry!
Dante Ware calling the signals, takes the snap, looking to throw deep. He's got a man there and throws it behind him. So he had him open.
He had him open. He was looking at the back shoulder, and the receiver number 3, Delvin Cook, was not. He was still running that fly, and he should have came back. So quarterback had a little pressure in his face, but they just weren't on the same page.
Yeah, little miscommunication. So that's going to make it third down and 20. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Ware with the snap. Again, looking for his man downfield. And we're going to have a flag. And they're not going to call anything, but it looks like he got there a little bit early.
It might have been a little incidental contact. Looked like the feet kind of got tangled up a little bit right there. Ware was trying to go to that man deep, and the short guy was covered as well, so that was good defense by the Buffaloes.
I think Ryan Johnson may have gotten a little early, but they didn't call it. Brings up 4th down. Skyline will punt the football. 3:38 remaining in the second quarter. Buffaloes have a man back deep at the 15-yard line, fighting the sun. There's a fake right up the middle. And, you kind of had a feeling that was coming.
Sometimes you have to just do something to make a change, and that was actually a good time to fake. You haven't really been successful at doing anything all the game long, and you almost caught the Buffaloes off guard.
Almost caught them, but they were short of the first down. But, they probably got more out of it than they would have gotten out of the punt.
Yep.
And so it's not a bad call to make. So the Buffaloes get the ball at their own 30-yard line. Buffaloes leading 6-0. So far, they've had one good drive. They were starting to put it all together the last drive, Coach.
Yeah, put it all together, and they just kind of stalled, and we'll see what changes on this one.
Johnson looking to throw. He's got a man wide open. And he's going to make the catch. Yes, indeed. He's going to make the catch. And he's going to get a flag.
He's going to get a flag.
Unsportsmanlike
he gets another flag.
You're not in the NFL, son.
Keys to the game, Chuck, number 3. Don't let the moment overtake you.
Exactly. It was a great throw.
It's a great
catch.
throw, great catch, great adjustment on the catch as the wind caught that ball and turn and catch that ball, and he just got his backside down. And official called him in. He had a little, spun the ball, let that one go. Back judge saw it, throws the flag. He has some words for the team. Anytime you turn towards the opposing team and say anything towards them the high school level, the officials are going to throw a
They're
flag.
going to call the flag. The fan base from Missouri City, they don't like the call,
I understand.
but it's a good call.
I understand.
It was a great catch. It was a great adjustment, as you said. It was a great call, but he got in trouble with the ball spin.
There it is. He made a good adjustment. He got his backside down,
there. And
the
then he comes
spin
up and he spins it.
is where the back judge got him.
Indeed.
The words is where the head linesman got him.
Still first down. Johnson going back to him again. This time he throws it a little bit high, and we're going to have a flag this time on the defensive player. And now the Buffalo fans are cheering, where the Skyline fans are wondering what the heck happened there. They're going to say it was defensive receiver because he was off the ground, he was in the air, but it looked a clean hit to me. Here's the replay. He's up in the air. I don't see a flag there.
I don't really see a flag there. I'm not going to try to be Jay Billis, but that was not a flag.
Well, they called offsetting penalties. We had another foul on the Buffaloes as well. So that penalty offset. So,
you know, back at home, the high school officials down are mic'd up.
so you can hear what they're saying.
So everyone knows exactly what's happening. And we're going to take another look at this play. As
we saw the play on the receiver, but I didn't see the foul for. Maybe there was some holding going on inside there. But they're going to say that he was a defensive receiver.
Yeah,
and the Skyline coaches are saying the ball was overthrown as uncatchable.
Yeah, and I won't agree that he was defenseless at all.
Once again, he throws out to the flat. He got one block. He didn't break another one. And the strength that he has, he's able to drive it forward. That's number 3.
For all you young fellas that are out there that want to skip leg day, that's a reason right there not to skip leg day.
That's right. That's Andre Feast driving his legs to get the first down.
Not skip it.
He got a good block initially out there in the flat, and then he was able to make something else with his legs. As we see him out here in the flat, makes one man miss, takes the hit, drives forward, just drags the defender with him to the 38-yard line for the first down. But once again, Buffalo's driving. 2:54 left in the second quarter. They lead 6-0. Trips at the bottom. Johnson looking over the defense. Takes the snap. Gets it out quickly to his man. Number 3 is he's able to drive down. And we're going to have a late hit.
We're going to have a late hit out of bounds.
We're going to have a late hit.
And that's another key for Fort Bend. Get the ball in the playmaker's hands.
Andre Feast again.
And it was once again.
They're going to call number 12 with the late hit. They're going to say Lamont Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, he was clearly out. You know, that's one I tell my young man, hey, get your eyes up, get your head up, get your eyes up, see what you hit what you see, know where you're at on the field.
Know where you're at on the field. Well, that's going to give the Buffaloes a first down from right there. That's going to be added to the end of that run.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to add another 10 yards to the end of that. It's going to make it first down from the 21-yard line. Buffaloes lead 6-0. 2:38 remaining, second quarter. Well, the Buffaloes kind of figured out what they want to do on offense now.
Yeah, they are countering and they are throwing quick to the flats and getting the ball into the playmaker's hands.
Once again, the handoff. Yeah, number 6 with the handoff again, Peyton Long. Peyton's been a workhorse. He's been doing a lot of the running. Now he's getting a little verbal jousting going on, but they are able to pull them apart.
Yeah, we're kind of watching as the two teams are kind of going back and forth with each other. There's a lot of conversations taking place out there on the field, and for all you fans at home, there's no telling what's said out there.
I like the word conversation. Friendly conversation.
It's a friendly conversation. It's friendly. How you doing?
Johnson takes the snap, hands off number 84. 84 is looking for some room to run.
Yeah, he looked a little too long. I thought maybe he could have put his foot in the ground and kind of turned upfield real fast, but you know, I was a smaller runner too. I was always running for daylight, not for a big guy in front of me.
Yeah, that was Jordan Simmons on that. Jordan's normally a kick returner, so he got a chance to be in the backfield this time. He's normally a kick returner.
Yeah, that's just another way of using a guy who's a kick returner, using his speed and his vision.
Yeah.
And that time he just, you know, he wanted to get outside. He thought he could make it out there, and that's the coach ran out and was telling him turn upfield.
Okay, we got a timeout by Skyline. Well, got some more events coming up. If you can watch it on msw-ent.com. A lot of different events that we're sponsoring. And another event is the same. Once again, we're talking about the full course and with bands and cheerleaders, things like that going on. Except that was kind of last. That was the Soto Stadium kind of last week. But we have some more stuff coming up this weekend. There was a lot of stuff going on last week, but we got more stuff coming up tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So you can watch it. Yeah, you can watch it on MSW Entertainment on YouTube. So don't miss any of the festivities, don't miss any of the action, miss any of the replays. It's been a fun week. We've had a good time. A lot of stuff going on, and this game right here is the culmination of a busy week of stuff put on, or entertainment and activities put on by MSW Entertainment. 1:27 remaining here in the third quarter. In the second quarter, Buffalo leads 6-0. Looking to up their lead, 3rd and 9 from the 20-yard line. Caden Johnson with the signals. Takes it, looking along. He's looking across the middle. He's able to find a man. Number 3, as he's able to Andre Feast.
And that's the guy they're featuring right now in this feast.
He's feasting.
He just came across the field and got behind the linebackers and settled down inside that zone. And Johnson saw him and hit him, and first down, move the chains.
Right now, he's feasting on the defense right now.
He is definitely feasting on the defense.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
I like that.
I like it. Johnson with the snap, looking to run. Last time he was down here, he ran big, strong, powerful kids.
Yeah, that was a good move right there. He saw the guy coming, saw that linebacker flashing through there, and he put his foot in the ground and turned upfield and picked up a quick 6 yards, looks like.
6'2", 200 pounds. He's a load coming at you, and that takes it down to 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Here's the handoff. This time he's going to be met. It looks like Long is still moving his legs, but unable to get any forward. One of the offensive linemen loses his helmet, so he's got to come off for one play.
Yep, looks like him. Hats don't just come off sometimes, especially on the inside with the big fellas.
Yeah.
They don't always just come off. Somebody helps it off.
There's a little grabbing going on. Somebody snatching someplace, a hand to the face somewhere. You know, a lot of activity happens down inside the trenches.
There's a lot of things take place down inside the trenches. A lot of big bodies in there. It's hard to see what's happening with hands and all that stuff is that. So it's physical in there with the big fellas.
Oh, yeah.
It's real physical.
Oh, yeah. That's where the game is played.
Yes.
I mean, the glory positions, quarterback, running back, you get the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Quarterback makes all the big money, But the guys who play the longest in the leagues, in the professional league, the offensive lineman.
If you don't have a line, you can't play.
That's right. The offensive lineman playing 12, 13, 14. Remember Willie Rofe?
Boy, he played a long time.
Played for a long time.
Yeah, he was with the Saints many years with the Saints.
Yes,
Before he came
indeed.
over to the Chiefs.
Played many years with the Chiefs. I mean, back in the day, you mean like Conrad Dobler with the Cardinals.
Yes.
Yeah. And
there guys 15, 16 years. The Matthews brothers.
The Matthews brothers,
They
absolutely.
Both played, 16, 17 years? Chris Matthews?
Absolutely. When you look at the watch now on the defensive side of the ball, TJ and his brother.
Yep.
They're playing a while, quite a while. So, yeah, that's where the guys are. That's where the games. They don't make the big money. Oh, they don't get the glory. Someone makes some big money, but they don't get the glory.
Yep.
But they're the ones. Here we go. 3rd down, 3-yard line, 3rd and goal. Johnson takes the snap, rolls to his left, looks for a hole, able to find it, and powers himself right on in for the touchdown.
Good blocking on the line right there. They opened the hole, and Johnson did the rest of it right there. He saw that pay dirt and dove for it.
That's Johnson's second rushing touchdown, as he scored earlier on the same type of play, same type of run.
A little quarterback dive is basically what it is. If we look at that replay right there, he just makes one guy miss, and this tackle right there, and he just kind of runs over the next guy. And at 6'6", you can just kind of lay out and lay for 3 yards.
Yes, indeed. Extra point again, high snap, kick is up, and it is good this time. So able to convert on the extra point, makes the Buffaloes up 13-0 with 29 seconds remaining here before halftime. The Buffaloes have found a formula that works for them, that they're able to run, start to control the field, as a matter of fact. They're able to run the plays they want to run, and Skyline has to make some adjustments at halftime.
Yeah, the Buffaloes have made an adjustment. Skyline's going to have to adjust now. You know, the Buffaloes have decided, hey, we're gonna run RPOs and we're going to get the ball to the flats. And as you start to pull you up on these RPOs and get you in the flat, now we're going to try to take some shots down the field. As we saw, those 2 shots down the field, one resulted in the catch, the other one resulted in a flag. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So if you're Coach Coleman, you got a lot to talk about at halftime.
Yes.
But what's the major adjustment you have to make first?
Well, the major adjustment, if you're Coach Coleman, your major adjustment is you need to stop Johnson from being able to run, right? You know he's going to put the ball in Cook's belly and pull it out. You know they're running these RPOs, so you're going to have to make some adjustments. Maybe they have to go back to a few more run blitzes or shoot some linebackers with some dogs and see if they can get them through there and slow them down.
Kickoff from the Buffaloes, taken at the 10-yard line by the Raiders. And covered nicely by the Buffaloes as runners able to get back to about the 23-yard line. And Raiders will take over from there. 23 seconds remaining, trailing 13-0 to the Fort Bend Buffaloes from Missouri City. Missouri City just outside of Houston.
Just outside.
So they've had quite a drive to get here.
Yep.
And they brought a lot of fans with them. As we look through the stands, we see a lot of black and gold.
A lot of them. You know, there's an underhang down there, so we can't see all of them down there, but it's quite a few.
Quite a few of them.
You know, I feel the stands in. The Buffalo fans are here, and Skyline fans are here. And this week they're both sitting on the same side. Last week they had the fans separated. But it was a bigger crowd.
Bigger crowds last week, but still, you know, just a nice crowd today.
Yes, it is.
Buffalo's brought their band in. Skyline takes a knee. They're just going to go in halftime. Comfortably they're comfortable right now, but I think Coach Coleman wants to go in and get an early start on his halftime. He and his coaches, they need to make their adjustments, and they're going to go in early, get their talk in, kind of calm their players down a little bit. A couple of them lost their, composure a little bit.
Emotions run high in big games like this. You're on the road, and you want to show. You never know who's in the stands watching. You never know who's on, watching the live stream and coaches. So you always want to play. So.
Absolutely. Well, we talk about the Buffaloes coming all the way from Missouri City. They didn't come alone. They brought their fans with them. They brought a large contingent of students, but they also brought their band with them. And their band's been here most of the week. They had a band competition. They had a band competition with some of the middle high schoolers and other high schools around town. And so they brought the Buffalo band with them. We're going to watch them a little bit here at halftime. Skyline has their band as well. So we may see a little bit of them too. So it's been a fun weekend. It's been a fun week, period.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on with MSW Entertainment, and including the Battle of the Bands last week. More band performances this week. We got activities going on tomorrow. So it's been a good weekend, and we've enjoyed it. We've had a great time.
We have. It's been a great time visiting Dallas, a place I used to live years ago, and now I'm back down here. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, let's look at some of the stuff we did last week. We had Creekside come all the way from Fairburn, Georgia, and just outside of Atlanta. They came in to play at that time the 4th-ranked DeSoto Eagles. And at the opening kickoff, Creekside was able to recover. But as we watched the game proceed, that was the only positive thing that happened to them the entire game.
Yeah, Creekwood came in. They had a tough time with DeSoto. DeSoto was clicking on all cylinders. They were firing on all cylinders last week, and that was a tough game for Creekside.
Yeah, we watched them go down 70-0, so it was a tough week for Creekside. Now we're going to introduce you to the Marching Buffaloes from South Bend High School. South Bend.
water.
Great job, ladies. The Mighty Stampede Band is under the direction of Band Director Juan Ramos, Assistant Director Ayana Lajani, Percussion Director Harry Jones, Color Guard Directors Ashwell Robinson, Charles Williams, Jonas Nelson.
And we just had a great performance by the Mighty Stampede Marching Band from Fort Bend, Thurgood Marshall High School from Missouri City, Texas. You know, last week we had a couple of other games too. We had one game with Millwood from Oklahoma City where they took on Pine Bluff Zebras. And during that ball game, Millwood was able to win it 14-0. But we saw some pretty good play there as well as Millwood was able to run the football. We saw a couple good touchdowns from these guys. There was number 72, Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
He had a great game for the Zebras
really
as they
did.
came across. But, you know, all in all, both teams, it was early game, first game of the season. So there's a lot of mistakes. A lot of guys were didn't heed the warning of staying hydrated.
Staying hydrated.
We saw a lot of guys going down with cramps and other type of injuries and things like that. So, you know, it was for the first game of the season, there were a few mistakes. We see Miller, the quarterback here, as he throws the ball across his body, the cardinal mistake that you don't want to do. Although we see pros do it. We saw Jalen Hurts do it last night, threw the ball back across his body. And,
Sure did.
you know, and here was an interception that was a fumble recovery, I guess, was run back. As you see where Millwood had brought their band with them as well. So the quickness of Millwood's defense was able to make some plays. You know, the Zebras were shut out, but they didn't play well. They didn't play bad.
No, they didn't play bad at all.
Yeah, Millwood only scored one offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
The other touchdown came from on the defensive side of the ball.
Defensive side, yep.
Indeed.
Yep.
Well, we're about to introduce the band from Skyline. As the Marching Raiders, I will call them. I don't know what their official band name is.
Right. I don't know the official name.
Right.
They're the SR.
Okay. Triple threat band. we just watched the Skyline Raider Band put on a fabulous halftime show. You know, Coach, it's not just a lot of talent on the football field. There's a lot of talent with the bands and everywhere else.
That's right.
Yeah, so we've seen a good halftime show. We've seen a good first half of football. Buffaloes from Fort Bend down to Missouri City, Texas. They currently lead Skyline Raiders 13-0 here at halftime in the excuse me, Guard the Line Football Classic here on MSW Entertainment. Game 3 of our 3 games that we did have. So we had some highlights from the first half where Fort Bend was able to get the ball rolling after they figured out a few things. You had mentioned earlier that both coaches were feeling each other out, and it looks like Fort Bend was able to figure it out faster.
Yeah, they made their adjustments early, as we see Johnson here, as they were running those RPOs and they were handing the ball off, and then they started to put it in the belly, pull it out, and have Johnson take off. And, you know, you see the line right there sealing that open hole right there, and they're just kind of sliding through. You saw a lot of double teams on the defensive tackle on the inside, which is allowing him to take off up the field.
And we see Johnson again.
Barnes.
You know, Johnson again with the big run, and he and Peyton Long were the workhorses with the running game. And on the other side of the ball, you see where Tyreek Cockruff was the workhorse for Skyline, but you also see the quickness of the Buffalo's defense.
Yeah, that front defensive line for the Buffaloes is pretty quick. You know, those guys they're short in stature, but they're very, very quick. As we see that overthrow right there and that interception right there, and we thought right there that would help. That would help them get back in the game, but you know.
That's pretty much the only mistake that Johnson made.
Yeah.
During the first half of this football game, he was able to make some good decisions. He did have the overthrow, but just Skyline just wasn't quite able to get their momentum going, to get a rhythm going.
Yeah, the Buffaloes had just enough to keep Skyline from getting going. You know, as we see that play right there with talked about that sled work right there, and
yeah, you're watching that, as Andre Feast, who became a big part of the offense later on in the second quarter, and he was able to make some big plays to put Skyline to put the Buffaloes in a position to where they could score. And you see, once again, that defense just forming the quickness that they have.
That defense was all over Skyline, outside, inside. They were struggling to block those guys and keep them off their quarterback.
And that was a punt return.
See that punt return right there. He just grabbed it and took off.
Unable to capitalize on it, though. That's when the same drive where Caden and Johnson had thrown the interception. But, all in all, it was a good offensive performance. Mm-hmm. Skyline didn't play bad. They just haven't been able to put it all together yet to find the rhythm. So we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Mid-Southwest Entertainment would like to recognize our Guard the Line and Bandwave sponsors. We'll start with Grace Banquet Hall,
Unite Counseling,
Emergency Ice,
Concord Church.
Yeah, you see them as they come up on the screen here. We've got Nestle's Bottled Water.
There's Concord there, and there's Nestle Bottled Water. We'll have Frost Bank.
And then the Embassy Suites at Dallas Market Center.
We'll have the Marriott Suites at Dallas Market Center.
And then we have the Holiday Inn Express at Whitehall.
Harmon Brothers Transportation.
Village Travel Tours.
Little Rock Coaches.
And Sam's Limousine and Charters.
Western Motor Coach.
Game Time Transportation.
K104 FM.
And then there's Perry Publishing.
Power 103.5 FM in Oklahoma City.
And then there was 105.3 Oklahoma City Sports Radio.
We have DeSoto High School Athletics.
And the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
Dallas ISD Athletics.
And Walmart. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Guard the Line Classic. Without them, this event wouldn't be possible. They provided a lot of bus service for the kids, hotel stays, not just for the football players, but for the bands and their boosters and followers that have come up from the different cities. to be part of this classic, and also some of the other events that have taken place around over the weekend with different bands from the HBCUs in the area participating as well. So they've all been a big sponsor to help this event come off the way it has been, and it's been a great week. We've seen a lot of fun activities, stuff in the parking lot. They have the bouncy house in the parking lot. They had a DJ out there earlier. We were fortunate enough to get some frozen fruit.
Frozen fruit in Kool-Aid.
In Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Hadn't had that before, but
Excellent.
it was refreshing.
Excellent.
And so we're gonna go back out and get some more of that later on. But yeah, we should have known they were out there last week.
We could have used some of that frozen stuff.
So, well, the sun's starting to set here in DeSoto, Texas. Is just about getting ready for the second half to start. Coach, what kind of adjustments does Skyline have to make?
So the things that Skyline needs to do is they need to get back to, controlling the offensive defensive line, right? Especially their offensive line. They didn't control the line of scrimmage very well, so therefore their backs couldn't get out and run, and Dante was having a hard time. And we'll talk about the control. The line of scrimmage is what we talked about, establish the run. They were not able to establish the run because they were not able to control the line of scrimmage. Play sound defense. For the most part, they played sound defense, even though, we see the Buffaloes have 13 points on the board. They still play very good defense. Those scores kind of happen, through the flow of the game.
Right.
But their defense did a good job.
Right. Now, on the Buffalo side, we talked about their keys as well. And what does Coach Williams tell them?
So right now we see that the Buffaloes were actually controlling the line of scrimmage, especially from a defensive standpoint, and they had no answer for the linebackers and DNs running loose in that backfield back there, get the ball to the playmakers. We saw them, early on they were trying to get the ball to the playmakers, then Johnson had to take over. Then they were able to get the ball over the top, throw it down, and we saw a little emotion take place early on for both teams. Don't let the moment get to you, right? For the most part, they did that, and that's why they have a 13-0 lead.
Well, Coach, I'm going to start calling you Swami because you put your fortune-telling hat on, and you right on cue with the keys for both teams. So I think I'll work with you again if you don't mind.
I do what I do.
Well, the Buffaloes are going to kick off to start the second half. Skylines will receive. The sun is starting to set here at DeSoto Eagles Stadium. Wonderful halftime performances by both bands.
It really was.
Real teams. It was awesome.
It really was. Didn't see a lot of people leave the stands either. Everyone kind of sat and watched that, and may have sent someone to get them something, a concession stand, but it was a good halftime show. I enjoyed the bands, watching the bands.
Yes, indeed.
They're part of the action.
Well, you can see a heavy HBCU influence.
Yes.
You can see a heavy influence there.
Yes,
and
both sides.
Both sides.
Yes.
So, okay, we're ready for the second half to begin. The Buffaloes will kick off, going left to right. The short little squib kick in there, call for a fair catch, which is a good move.
Good move.
Buffalo, the Skyline will take over at their own 33-yard line.
If the ball doesn't travel very far, sometimes it's just good to go ahead and just call a fair catch because you never know how close that outside gunner is to you with that ball inside.
Absolutely. Dante Ware will once again lead his team out as they try to figure out this Buffalo defense, try to get something going. Tyreek Cockcroft has been the workhorse carrying the ball in the backfield, number 8. So Ware takes the snap, hands off to Ware. Ware takes the snap and hands off to Cockcroft. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and as you can see there, Skyline is still sticking true to their form and who they are. And I'm sure we're going to see some adjustments, but as I talked about it earlier, you always want to continue to poke and prod at the defense, see if they're going to honor their assignments from earlier in the first half. And if they do, you have an adjustment for that. If they don't, you have an adjustment for that as well.
Cockcroft able to pick up 1 yard on that carry. Here takes the snap, fakes the handoff. This time he found the big hole on the right side, and he's off to the races. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. He's at the 30. He's down to the 25, the 20, and he's caught from behind at the 13-yard line. What a run.
And there was the adjustment.
Where?
There was the adjustment. You put it in the belly, you pull it out, and now that running back becomes your lead blocker as you run through that line of scrimmage, and then he was off to the races.
I didn't think anybody was going to catch him, but he was able to be run down from behind. But that was a huge game for Dante Ware. He was able to keep the ball, and now quickly Skyline's up on the ball. Again, they found another hole to the right side over there, and I think that's Cockcroft. Yes, indeed, it was him again, Cockcroft.
And early, you're seeing the difference right now. You're seeing the difference in the blocking of the offensive line up front. You know, that hole that Ware just ran through, that was a gaping hole. Even my old self could have ran through that hole. It was so big.
Well, that makes it 2nd down and about 6 yards to go. Ware keeps it this time. He finds the same hole. He's going to go to the end zone. He's going to score.
Touchdown.
He's going to get he drops the ball, but they're going to say he broke the plane, so it's a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a touchdown.
Skyline comes out with a different game plan, and they're able to run the ball right down the field for a quick score.
Yeah, that was the same play, just on the opposite side. There's nothing wrong with running the play back-to-back, just running on the opposite side. And as you can see right there, it comes through. Little overrun right there. They got him slipping that time. So as you can see right now, they have decided, let's just give him a little misdirection and see if we can't just get one step on him as he's coming through that hole right there. And, you know, he gets played on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and they use that against him right there.
Yep. Extra point is good. And that big extra point that the Buffaloes missed earlier could come back to be a big factor here. They currently lead now 13-7. And what a drive by Skyline coming out at the halftime.
Yeah, they came after halftime, and the adjustment, they took a look at the first place. They took a look to see if they were running the same discipline, the same scheme. They were. They made the adjustment. They brought Ware through the hole after he head to the back. But it was good blocking up front on the line of scrimmage. And once again, you must control the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And at that time, Skyline controlled the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they almost kind of used the quickness that Buffaloes have against them.
Yes.
And they were able to exploit that. So now, if you're the defensive coordinator for Buffaloes, you got to make an adjustment.
Well, you're still not quite sure if Skyline is going to stick to that. So you continue on the next series to do the same thing. If they do what they did, then you make your adjustment.
Now let's see what kind of adjustments and what kind of how the Buffaloes continue what they were doing in the first half, and if Skyline has made the adjustment to stop the Buffaloes.
That's right.
They prepare to kick off.
Similar attacks.
Yes.
They run a similar style offense in their RPO, so it's a similar attack. So the defense should, be aware. They see it in practice every day.
Yes, indeed. Skyline kicking off from their own 40-yard line. Ball's kicked. Going to go and sail, and they're going to take it from the 1 yard deep in the end zone, and he brings it out. He's got a big hole as he goes to the left side, and he's got one blocker in front of him, and he's able to get the ball over midfield. Great run back. Now look, we may have a flag down on the field.
Larger on the field down there. There was really not a block. It was more of a let me just throw you around. And the official, as soon as I saw it happen, I immediately looked at the official to see the flag flying.
Well, that was Jordan Simmons on that run back, but we've got a block in the back, and that run's going to come back. So that's going to negate the great return by Simmons.
Great return.
He had the wall set up. He had one man to beat, couldn't quite get there, but they're going to start from deep in their own territory now. Push them all the way back to the 9-yard line, their own 9-yard line. So the Buffaloes will start deep in their own territory. They're leading 13-7. Their first possession after halftime. So let's see how Keaton Johnson responds to this.
Yeah, we're going to see what adjustments were made, if any were made at all. Which we know that adjustments are always made. The fans may not think so, but adjustments are made all the time. It may not look to you that they are, but they have been made.
Got 4 receivers set. Big long in the backfield. We're going to have a flag down. Maybe encroachment on the defense. It is. All sides for the defense. It's going to give them a free 5 yards.
Doesn't give them the 50 yards back, but 5 is the start.
So now instead of 1st and 10, now it's 1st and 5. From their own 19-yard line. A little bit of breathing room. Johnson looking over the defense. Points out where the blitz is going to come from. 5 seconds on the play clock. Down to 3, 2. They just get the snap off. And Johnson decides to keep it. He goes off the left side, and he's able to get to the first down. Looked like a little bit of confusion on that play.
Yeah, it looked like there was some confusion on the play, and eventually the coaches just said, hey, just run the play as is, and told Johnson to take it for himself. So, you know, right now we're seeing that the Buffaloes didn't come out as clean as they thought, you know, as we thought they should have to start this, and we'll have to clean it up.
It's now 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. He's got a man down the sideline, throws the back shoulder, and he missed connections. He had a man up in his face from the Raiders.
Yeah, that was a well-timed blitz right there from the Raiders. Looks like that was our guy, Mr. Barnes.
Mr. Barnes, Bo Barnes, 4-star recruit. He looked at it at a number of big-time schools.
Take a replay of that.
May not be able to get it in before this next play. Well, maybe we will. There it is. And here's the handoff to Long. Long unable to turn the corner. He's going to be stopped for a 1-yard loss on that.
Yeah, right now Skyline has come out and they are dictating the line of scrimmage right now, both offensively and defensively. So we're going to see if the Buffaloes can adjust to this. It seems like the energy level for Skyline is just a little bit higher than what we see for the Buffaloes right now.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. They came out a little bit more, pep in their step.
Yes.
Buffaloes have a man in motion. We're going to have illegal motion. We're going to have a flag down. I think they're going to call illegal motion on that. Somebody wasn't in the right spot where it was supposed to be. That is, we saw Andre Feast goes into motion.
Yeah, someone else must have been moving at the same time.
Oh, we got a delay of game. Oh, wait a minute.
Defensive delay of game.
Defensive delay of game. Now, how often have you seen that?
You don't really see that very often unless somebody barks out something or does something and tries to make the offense move.
Try to imitate the snap count, maybe?
Yeah, we used to see that. That was those of us from Kansas City, that was the old Neil Smith rule they put in the league. He used to flinch all the time to get those guys moving, and they finally said that's illegal. You can't do that.
Well, that's going to make it 3rd and 6. They run the same play. Fake off there. Oh, he throws the screen, throws it right to the defensive player, and he's going to score. He's going to go all the way.
That is Mr. Barnes, Johnny on the spot.
That's Bo Barnes with the interception as they tried to set up the screen.
They tried to set the screen, and he held his position.
Exactly. Johnson threw it right to him.
Threw it right to him.
You know that's he's a different version. He's got a little cramp in his leg as he limps off to the sides over here. It's a different version because most times they play in the defense because they have board hands.
Yes.
But Barnes was able to hold on to that and take it to the house.
See this replay right here as he fakes it one way, comes back with the screen, and he never sees him standing there.
Threw it right to him.
And he threw it right to him.
And then the run after the catch was phenomenal. For a defensive end, he has some moves on him, a little bit of speed. And the kick is up, and it is good. So now Skyline has come out of the locker room on fire. They've scored 1 offensive touchdown and 1 defensive touchdown. And that mixed extra point by the Buffaloes now is really big.
It is really big.
Because they now trail 14-13 with 8:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And the Buffaloes have been rattled a little bit here.
Yeah, they have come out and the old get punched in the mouth. They've been punched in the mouth twice now, both offensively and defensively. And so now Coach Coleman's going to have to settle his team down and try to get them, emotionally back into this game where it needs to be at. You can see a bigger swing than this.
Yes, indeed. We could see a big swing in this. Actually, it's Coach Williams over there trying to calm his boys down. Coach Coleman is trying to keep his boys fired up over at Skyline. Because they have come out, as we mentioned, a little bit more swagger, more pep in their step, and it showed on the offensive side and on the defensive side. So now if you're the Buffaloes, what was your 3rd key for them? They got to maintain.
Don't let the moment get away from you.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to see how they respond here shortly as Skyline prepares to kick off. Now leading 14-13. There's the kick. Short kick, going to take it on the run. If he gets past that first wave, he could go, but he's able he's not able to get past the first wave, but he did a good job of catching it on the run.
Yeah, that was pretty sneaky. I think it went a little further than Coach wanted. Good idea. I mean, you have the momentum. Why not?
Yeah, Jacaden Ferguson on that. He's a senior. He's seen a few wars. So
He has seen a few. He has seen a few.
He knew what he could do, but great field position for the Buffaloes as they will take over at their own 45-yard line, trying to get their offense back in sync. And sometimes, Coach, when your offense is in sync and then halftime comes along, you got to get back in rhythm again.
Yeah, sometimes halftime can throw your rhythm off, especially when halftimes are a little longer than normal. I think this halftime was about 5 minutes longer than normal because of the band's been out there and the event. But they gotta get back at it.
There's a handoff to Peyton Long as he's able to get about 6 yards on that carry. Make it about 7 yards, so they quickly on the ball. It's a 2nd down and 3. Buffalo's trying to get the rhythm back, trying to get the swag back. Keaton takes the snap, hands it off to Long again. Driving, this time he's able to get about a yard out of that one.
So the Buffaloes are sticking to their game plan. This is what got them 13 points on the board, so there's no sense of really changing too much. Even though you're down, the game is not out of hand. It's just a little momentum swing. You need to do something to get it back in your favor.
He's going to make it 3rd and 3. Johnson calling signals. He's going to drops the ball, picks it up, throws the timing off a little bit. He's able to get it out there to the flat, but the receiver steps out of bounds. So he's going to lose 2 yards on that.
Yeah, anytime you drop that ball, it throws all the timing off on everything, and the receiver just kind of slid back a little further, a little closer to that end line and stepped out.
So Skyline able to get off the field. They forced the Buffaloes to try to punt. Wind is in their face right now.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here watching the Buffaloes. After that play, they just kind of walked off the field, and that's not what they did in the first half. They were actually jogging off the field, but right now they're kind of frustrated.
I'm not sure Skyline thinks they're going to punt the ball or not. They have no one back deep. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. It's a nice kick. Takes the nice Buffalo bounce inside the 20-yard line. It's going to stop down at the 14-yard line. So the Raiders will take over with their 2nd offensive possession of the half. They've scored 2 touchdowns, 1 on offense and 1 on defense. So now they get to take over their 2nd possession of the half, and let's see if they can keep their momentum going.
Yeah, I'm going to be interesting to see. I'm looking at the body language of the Buffaloes, and it doesn't look good right now. So they're going to need a big play or a spark or something to kind of get a little more momentum. And it's all on Skyline side now. They say Big Mo swings all the time.
We're going to have a flag.
Yeah, it looks like Big Fella on the end just moved a little bit.
We're going to back him up 5 yards. Now, when you got momentum going, it's something you don't want. You know, you want to keep that momentum going. I know the offensive linemen, they're ready to fire out.
Yeah.
But
know the snap count.
Know the snap count. So that's going to make it 1st and 15. Ware takes the snap, hands it off quickly. And see who the runner is, but once again, that looks like it's Tyree Cockcroft is the runner.
Cockcroft on the carry. Tackle by a group of Buffaloes led by number 10, Orton.
It's my favorite call by the announcer.
The group of Buffalo? See,
group.
I would call them a herd of Buffalo.
Well, I would.
But that's me.
Yeah. I like the herd. I like the herd.
That was a loss of 2 yards on that play, so that's going to make it 2nd and 12.
I heard an announcer say one time on a play like that, tackle by everyone on the field in the opposite uniform.
Here's a quick throw out to the right side. Oh, and a great defensive play.
Great defensive play. Dangerous throw from one hash to the other half, flat like that with a linebacker running down.
Yes, indeed.
Dangerous throw.
That was Isaiah Williams on that.
That's a throw that if the timing is off and you're late, it's 6 easy the other way.
If you miss the tackle altogether.
Yeah, if you miss a tackle out there all by yourself, it could be 6.
And 6 going the other way.
Yes, sir.
So, although Ware showed some good arm strength by getting the ball out there.
Yeah, it was fired out there for sure.
We have a player down. It's like one One of the Buffaloes is down, like Isaiah Williams, who made that tackle. Going down, he may be suffering a little bit. Kind of slowly walking off the field.
Yeah, I won't speculate what happened because there's a lot of things that can happen on the field.
You know, during this whole time, we've been watching, the bands, along with the teams and things like that. But if you look down here in the far left end zone, down here right where the scoreboard, you see both groups of cheerleaders down here, and showing the sportsmanship. They were going around in circles, and then they were tagging each other, and they were doing dance moves. And it's great to see that. Look at that. That is so great to see the camaraderie with the cheerleaders doing their thing down there. So maybe we can get a shot of it later on, but they just had it going on. Here's a snap. And once again, here come the Buffaloes. The quickness of the Buffalo defense is not letting them get outside this time. It's number 18 for the Buffaloes. Ryan Johnson is able to bring it down.
Yeah, the Buffaloes haven't given up. They just had a little different pep in their step. But right now, you make a few plays like this, and you get a good punt return, you get a little more energy back into the team, and that's what coach is looking for. He's doing everything he can right now to kind of fire them back up. They seem to be a little down, and with coach sometimes you got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
That's going to make it 4th and 15. It's going to force Skyline to punt the football. As he's able to get away a really good punt.
Really good punt.
That's going to drive him back. Direction. And now it takes this Buffalo bounce until it's moving back towards midfield. But that is a very good punt.
Very good punt.
Where is he at?
That's the second good punt that he's had.
Yeah, he's able to almost flip the field. But the Buffalo's going to have a good field position. They'll be at their own 48-yard line, or 47-yard line on that.
He has an advantage when you're going from right to left. The wind is blowing that direction, so you can get it up in that wind. And he kicked the spiral. Spirals travel a lot further than if you kick the ball end over end.
Kind of like one of my tee shots. Hit the ball and roll back.
That's
not good on the par 5.
It's not good on the par 5. It's excellent with the 9-iron into the green.
Yeah, it's not good on a par 5 or a par 4. I don't want my ball rolling backwards at all unless I do it on purpose. Here's Johnson keeping the ball.
Yeah, you see the adjustment that Skyline made. Johnson kind of carved him up a little bit on that RPO, and this time they kind of stayed at home in the middle.
Good job by the Skyline defense. Johnson would pick up maybe 1 yard on that carry. Okay, Johnson looking over the defense. He's got 3 guys on his left side. He's going to go out to the flats. He's able to get out there. He gets the block that he needs, and he's off to the races. He's got 2 men to beat. And he's unable to beat him, but he's able to get down the sideline for a huge gain.
Excellent. If you're a Buffalo, that's exactly what you want to see. You needed to see a big play. You needed something positive to happen to help change that momentum. We look at that replay right there, and you see a good catch and a good move. And what did we say earlier? What's the key to the game? Get the ball into the playmaker's hands.
Andre Feast has become one of the playmakers.
And he is one of the
second half.
Yes, sir.
Close to the end of the second quarter and down to the second half. Now Johnson keeps it. He rolls to the left, looking for a hold. He's going to find it. We're going to have a flag down.
There's a little laundry on it. It's going to be
right hand through the flag.
And there are punches flying.
And we got punches flying. Now we got more flags. We're going to have offsetting penalties, look like. So we're just going to do it all over again.
Yes.
And if you're coaching with Skyline, that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. It's going to be not quite sure what happened or who said what. I saw a punch thrown. We'll wait for the officials to get it all together, but there was definitely a hold before, and then there was some uncomfortable play on the field that resulted.
Well, we see one of the other coaches out there for Skyline on the field, and he's trying to get the boys organized.
Right, so now we're just kind of waiting to see what the officials are going to come back and report to us. And
well, you just had a penalty on a touchdown run that they was going to be negated.
Right.
And then you give it all back.
And then you give it all back with losing your cool.
Right.
In the heat of the battle, especially when you're in the trenches, for those of you who don't know or have never been on the offensive line, there are lots of things that take place in the offensive line. It's really combat in there. Not to take anything from our soldiers, but from a football standpoint, the big fellas on the inside, it's combat. It's hand-to-hand combat. Everybody's pushing and shoving. Sometimes hands get a little high. Sometimes hands get a little low. Tempers fly. You know, but you have to try to maintain your composure in times like that, especially when you score a touchdown.
Exactly. Exactly.
Especially.
I mean,
because now this is going to come back, regardless of what happens with the flags for personal foul, they're going to be offsetting. Regardless of what happens there, you have to replay the dial.
Right.
Right? And now you're taking points off the board. Anytime you're taking points off the board when you've lost momentum,
right,
it's not a good sign.
Well, you may say it's kind of a victory for the defense because they do lose the touchdown. I mean, they don't give the touchdown, but at the same time, they don't get that.
Right. And now we're anxiously waiting now to see if anyone's going to get kicked out of the game because there were punches thrown.
So I think the referees are doing a good job by trying to keep all the kids involved.
Somebody's been ejected.
Somebody's been ejected.
2 people have been ejected.
I'm not sure who. I didn't see.
Yeah.
Didn't see who it was that was ejected, but they took a touchdown off the board for the Buffaloes and offsetting penalties. So they'll try it again. It's first down and 20 from the 25-yard line, 24-yard line. There's the snap. Here's a quick. We're gonna have another flag down, and the offensive line wasn't set before they snapped the football.
Right.
So,
offsides. So that tells me that he was lined up offsides. So that flag came out immediately when the ball was snapped.
the defense is offside on that. Lined up on this. You see the replay. Here it comes here. Yeah, well, they caught it offsides on Skyline, but it didn't like the offensive line was set. But I guess they were. Well, either way, it becomes now 1st and 15 from the 19-yard line. Man in motion. Johnson takes the snap, pulls it back off along. Now hits his man out the flat, throws a little bit too hard. So he had he had Andre Feast out there, and we're going to see. I'm not sure, that may have been a lateral.
Yeah, I'm looking at that, and he took a step forward, but he threw backwards.
It was a lateral. They were on the 19-yard line. Now they're back up. Yeah, they moved them back, so it was a lateral. And they're now at the 23-yard line. So
yeah, I'm not sure who was ejected from. It was an offensive lineman from Buffalo, for the Buffaloes, but I'm not quite sure who it was. We couldn't catch that number from the bird's eye view we have.
It's an important thing. The coach knows who it was.
Right.
Yeah, here's the play right here. That was actually a lateral.
Definitely a lateral.
Definitely a lateral.
Definitely a lateral. 19-yard line.
And the referee is kind of walking up. He's looking. He's saying something to somebody. He's not happy about something. You see one of the coaches tell him to get back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have Buffalo's looking to capitalize on this. Is now going for the end zone. He's got a man there.
And he sails on him.
Sails on him.
He might have had an opportunity to hit the man up. The man running down the seam on the other side. He didn't see him. He was focused on his primary receiver, and the secondary guy was running the same route, opposite side, and he was wide open.
Now, Coach Williams did say that this is basically his second-year playing quarterback.
Yeah. And
so he's still got a lot to learn. He's a junior. Yeah. Still got a lot to learn. He'll hit those passes in the future.
Yes, he will. Yes. Later on this season, he'll hit that pass.
He'll hit those. Absolutely.
They'll show that to him, and he'll be able to see it from before the snap. Just pre-snap read. Pre-snap read.
All right. It's 3rd and 24. He's going to go deep again. This time, miscommunication. He throws it up, and the Skyline player, all he had to do was catch it. Well, but there's a reason why they played the defensive back.
That's
he got
the reason why they're on.
hands.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's on defense.
I think he really thought, oh my God, is he throwing it to me?
Right. That was a miscommunication for sure. The quarterback and the receiver were not on the same page, and it almost resulted in a turnover.
Oh, absolutely. The Raiders lead 14-13 with 3:36 left here in the third quarter. They came out and scored 2 quick touchdowns, one on offense and one on defense. And Buffalo's are still trying to, from Fort Bend, are trying to get their rhythm back.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 seconds on the play clock, down to 3. And I heard a whistle go first.
I did hear a whistle.
Pass. I heard a whistle.
Yeah.
But they threw the pass anyway, but incomplete pass. So they turned the ball over on downs. I was kind of surprised that they actually went for it.
Well, you're going into the wind right here. So if you don't have a strong kicker, you know, we saw a strong kicker from DeSoto last week kick a 32-yarder, I believe it was, into the wind.
Right.
So if you don't have a strong kicker, it's best to just go ahead and go for it. And if that pass is completed, there was a screen. He had quite a few out in front of him. He had enough to maybe get down close to pick that first down.
Well, the Raiders will take over at their own 23-yard line, leading 14-13. Dante Ware in the backfield, calling signals. Takes the snap, hands it off, and he's got a man able to get loose around the corner. That's Tyreek Kickoff.
Yeah, right now we're just seeing Skyline's offensive line control the Buffalo's defensive line.
12-yard run on that one. As the Buffalo defense is trying to adjust now to the Skyline attack. We're looking over the defense, moving people around. There's Cockrell in the motion, hands it off up the middle. Good 2-yard gain there.
Let's go defense!
Yeah, that was a good tackle right there. Nice little dive in. Ashton Lofton, it's the first time we've called his name tonight. Young linebacker dove down through there and made that play, you know, for minimum gain.
Tremel Mentor on the carry. Number 2.
Mr. Mello.
Once again, Ware with the handoff. And again, stopped for a very minimal gain.
Yeah, and that play was pretty much blown up right back there by the young man that Coach told us about, Jacoby Davis. He didn't quite make that tackle, but he was the one that slowed him down and allowed the pursuit to get there.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about Lance McDaniel, number 99, plugging up that middle.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Big Lance in there. And he's right over the top of his nose guard, right over top. He kind of slides back and forth. And
6 foot, 315-pound junior. You see there, he's able to quit through quickly, and Ware able to get around the corner.
he's going to be close
Going to be close to the first down. Going to be a little short, probably about a yard.
Yeah, we almost talked Big Man up. And Ware was just a little bit faster.
Just a little bit faster than he
Little
was.
fellas are a little faster.
Make it 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line. Coming up on a little less than 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Skyline leads 14-13 over the Buffaloes from Fort Bend. Here's the snap. Here's the quick pass.
Drops it.
And every coach on the sideline knows, my God, that was the first down.
Yes, we can hear the coaches up here in the booth banging on the table. That was definitely a first down. You don't want to miss opportunities when you get Mo on your side and you come out, get the team in the mouth, and you want to kind of continue, but, you know, drop passes are one way. You know, kill a momentum.
But what do we say? You don't want to commit a penalty in front of your coach?
You do not.
And you don't want to drop the pass in front of him either.
You do not. You are within arm's reach, and he is going to grab you.
Well, the Buffaloes will take over from the Skyline 44-yard line. They're in excellent field position as they trail 14-13. 1:41 left here in the third quarter. Caden Johnson back again calling signals. Hands the ball off to Peyton. This time he keeps it, and he's able to find a hole on the right side. And he's able to move forward to close to a first down. They're going to give it to him.
They're going to give it to him right there. And that was, once again, that was a good play. The only difference this time is they show the end around, and the end around holds the linebackers and the backside guys and allows you to seal off the other side. You had a guard pulling on the other side, and he just kind of sealed, and Johnson kind of followed right through there.
Well, Caden Johnson's by far the leading rusher. He's got 2 touchdowns on the ground rushing the ball. Although Peyton Long has been in the backfield. The flag came down quickly. Immediately. And we had illegal motion.
False start, looks like 55.
55.
Yeah, he's throwing his hands up saying it wasn't me, it wasn't me. We always know who it is when it's a big fella because they always throw their hands up saying, I didn't do it.
It's going to take them back 5 yards.
Yeah, we never talk about them until they make a mistake.
Make it 1st and 15 for the Buffaloes at the 39-yard line for the Raiders from Skyline here in Dallas. 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Oh.
And Another flag down.
Yeah, that's going to be a flag on the center this time.
Starting to look a little sloppy here on the offensive line there.
Yeah, they're kind of rushing a little bit. Somebody didn't know the snap count, and they're having a little discussion on what it was.
Here's a replay on that. Well, he knew the snap count. Apparently no one else knew it.
False start on everybody.
Except the center.
Except the center.
The center looks around like, what?
What? You guys don't move till you see the ball move.
Exactly. Clock is running for some reason, but we're down to 33 seconds. Fake. Johnson looks, finds a man out in the flat, able to get it to him. Nice spin move, but unable to get away.
Nice spin move. That was an excellent play by Johnson. Had a man in his face early. You know, in the NFL, they will call 75 is about 15 yards down the field. That ball was a sideways pass. I think he was beyond that 2 yards and might have been a illegal man downfield, but they let it go.
John Taylor on that catch. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Right now, the Buffaloes from Fort Bend, Thurgood Marshall High School, are down 14-13 to the Skyline Raiders from Dallas, Texas. And Coach, we saw a big momentum shift.
Yes.
Momentum shift, I should say, coming out of halftime for Skyline.
Yeah, it was a big shift right there. You know, the opening drive was huge for them to just kind of march down the field and score a touchdown. Then you had the big interception in the middle on the screen pass, and you know, Johnson never saw big man Barnes in there, and he went and rambled in and scored. And now we're kind of starting to see the momentum kind of slow down a little bit. It hasn't left Skyline, but it's slowed down a bit.
Yeah, you got to kind of wonder if the Buffaloes kind of weathered that storm. They came out of it. They were up 13-0 when they went in. They came out of it. They're only down by 1 point.
Right.
That mixed extra point is big right now.
It's big.
But if you feel if they can get their swag back,
yes,
then they could take over this game.
They can. You know, they have a quarter left. You know, balls on what 37-yard line, 36, 37-yard line right there, and you got opportunity to go in and score while you have the wind at your back. So we may see the Buffaloes throw the ball a little more with the wind at their back.
Absolutely. I think this is the end of the field they like anyway. Caden scored both of his touchdowns on this end.
Yes, he did.
And they were able to exploit Skyline defense. So we'll see how they adjust. Keaton Johnson, number 1 in the backfield. Next to his prime runner, Peyton Long, and number 6. Okay, we're back judges. Okay, referee says let's play ball.
It's like we're ready to go.
All right. Here we go, starting the fourth quarter. And immediately, clock is stopped again. Official timeout. One of the line judges goes all the way across the field. Oh, he's got an issue with the chains.
Chains are backwards.
Yeah, the chains are backwards. So we get the chains all squared away. Good job by the officiating crew to see that. Kind of a free timeout for both coaches.
Right. Take advantage of every chance you get.
Absolutely.
To talk to your players.
Okay, we got a single way up at the top of the screen. Everybody else is packed in tight. Johnson takes the snap. He's going to hold. There's the end around, and there's nobody there.
Nobody
and
there. He's going to
go to the house. We got a hold of a great block. They're going to call it a great block.
Great block.
It was outstanding. John Taylor took the reverse and took it to the house.
That was an excellent play call in that situation right there. They've been setting them up all day. You've been running and finally bring them on the backside, and no one is home.
And look at the block at the top of the screen. He just, what they call pancake?
They call it pancake.
Is that what that is?
They call that a pancake.
He put him on his backside.
I'm not sure what reward that the Buffalo coaches will give him, but we would give out ice cream.
Oh, the ice cream, though. That's at least a Whataburger from down here. You betcha. John Taylor taking it to the house for the touchdown that puts the Buffaloes on top, 19-14, just 9 seconds into the fourth quarter. Now, they're going to go for 2, trying to make this a 7-point game.
Correct call.
Johnson with it, throws it out to the flat. Nobody there.
Nobody there.
I've seen that play before.
Well, we see that play a lot.
I think number 15 wearing red. I've seen that play a lot.
They run that play a lot. We saw that play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that tells you right there who's been watching some of the professionals too, is Coach Williams is able to pull something out of the NFL playbook for a 2-point conversion.
That is an NFL staple play right there.
Yes, indeed. That puts the Buffaloes up 21-14 with 11:51 left in the contest. So we were able to see them to rebound after that tough third quarter. They did go in on down by 1. And they went in to the third quarter up by 13. They come out down by 1. So they were able to survive that. Now let's see how Skyline Let's see how they respond.
Now Skyline's going to have to, we now have a game. Skyline now knows that they can score on the Buffaloes. Buffaloes now know they're in a game.
Right.
So this fourth quarter could be pretty exciting.
I think Skyline realized, too, the Buffaloes weren't going to roll over and play dead after that third quarter. They didn't roll over and play dead. They came right out and swinging.
Exactly.
So we'll see how Skyline responds after being hit in the mouth here in the fourth quarter. And now the Buffaloes have to win at their back. Left-footed kicker. Kind of pokes it up there. The fair catch is called again. So Skyline will start from their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's just a call right there. The coaches have drilled in the kids' head over and over and over and over. If you are standing at this position, you fair catch.
Is that a good strategy on the defensive side? As far as the Buffaloes kicking the balls, good strategy for them?
Well, yes and no. If you maybe not necessarily fear the return person, but you don't want a big play to take place, because Skyline has had a couple nice runs, so you make a decision. Hey, you fair caught the first one. Let's see, are you going to fair catch this one too? So let me do it again.
Skyline will start from their own 28-yard line. There's the snap, Ware with it, throws it out. Unable to make the catch.
Yeah, it's a little low with that.
Intended for number 3, Delvin Cook. Delvin was able to come up with it, but the ball's kind of low. We got a player down on the field. Player for Skyline looks like he's down, like he needs help getting up.
Could be cramping.
Could be cramping a little bit. Trying to get him off the field.
Those red numbers on these black jerseys at night is a little hard to see.
Hard to see him. That's number, let's see, number 2. Yeah, that's a Cramo Mentor.
Looks like a cramp, but we're not quite sure. It's a good one.
Well, once again, that's an issue coming out of halftime.
Yeah.
Where you're not hydrating enough.
Yes.
And when you're not on the field, you should be drinking.
Yes. Yes.
And that's exactly what that issue is there.
And when your body cools down, you go into halftime, your body cools down. If you don't keep enough liquid in it, it's going to cramp up, because you've been, you've
been sitting.
You're sweating. You've gotten rid of a lot of moisture. Now you've been sitting and cooled off. Now the body has to warm back up. But it needs that lubrication, which is the water.
Second and 10. We're looking to throw deep. He's surrounded by Buffaloes. We're going to have a flag down. Now he seems to get away. And there he goes. He's in the open field. And he's running across the 40 down to the 30-yard line. He's able to run out of bounds. And there's a flag down way back at the 24-yard line. I'm going to assume that's holding, because that was when Ware was scrambling back there.
Yeah.
It's going to negate an excellent run, but the flag came down early in the process while he was scrambling, so it came down to the 24-yard line.
And that was a good assumption. We'll see this replay come up, and let's see where we'll see that.
Here's your hold at the top of the screen there.
Right on number 10.
Yep. So he's able to escape there, but the hold had already been called.
Yep.
So that negates a huge run.
Yeah, and that hurts the momentum. You look at Coach out there. Coach Williams is not happy.
I mean,
he's pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing his guys. He's like, hey, come on now.
Coaching.
Let's go. Yeah, Coach Coleman on the other side is like, hey, keep your hands inside. Don't hold. You created a big play for us.
So that's going to push them way back. Push them back to the 18-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd down and 20 to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. Down to 5. 4 seconds. 3. And they just get it off. Ware looking to throw long, but no one's there, so he scrambles. He moves up. He's going to be surrounded by Buffaloes. He's going to be taken out of bounds after a gain of about 8 yards.
That was good coverage downfield. He had nowhere to go with that ball, and he was lucky enough to escape out of there for no loss.
Yeah, he was looking to throw, but good coverage, as you said. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. He's able to pick up about 10 yards on that.
Yeah, and he didn't have any receiver on the left side of the field. The receivers were in the middle and on the right side of the field. So once he pulled that ball down and made that decision to go left, all he could do was tuck and run.
3rd and 10 from their own 28-yard line. As Skyline trying to regain the momentum they had coming out at halftime. And a high snap. We're able to pull it down. He's going to be surrounded by more Buffalo. He just kind of throws it up, just throws it away.
Just throws it away. Smart move. Brings up 4th down.
Brings up a 4th down. We don't have any problems with them. We got some of the Buffaloes are getting a little jolly on the Skyline side of the field, so they're able to be separated. You're looking at the Skyline coach, Jacody Coleman, in his 3rd season.
Yep.
Took a team that was 0-10 his first year, took it to a 3-7 mark last year, which is an improvement. Looking to improve on that even more this year.
Yep.
So he's got him going in the right direction. There's a bad snap, kicker able to get it off quickly, and it's going to take a nice Skyline bounce. He's going to roll off to the 40, to the 37-yard line. So he made lemonade out of lemons.
He did. Nice little rugby kick. He had to be quick with it and get it out of there and not take a loss.
He had a bad snap. We were able to scoop it up. 11:01 remaining here. Buffaloes from Fort Bend, Missouri City. Thurgood Marshall High School currently leading 21-14 over the Skyline Raiders out of Dallas. It's the 3rd game of our Guard the Line Classic we've had. We had 2 games last week. Millwood from Oklahoma City took on Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Yeah, Pine Bluff is at home today, right?
Yeah, they're at home today.
The other game.
And then Fort DeSoto Eagles, they took on Creekside. So there's a run to the outside by number 12. And that was Sean Taylor on that carry. He scored on the end around earlier. Second and 5 for the Buffalo. Everybody's in tight. Here's a snap by Johnson. Hands off to Long. He's wrapped up. He's going to be spun around and taken down. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Gain maybe a yard on that.
A nice run blitz by Skyline right there, where you had 3 guys bust through the line of scrimmage.
Up on 10:35 remaining here in the game, as it becomes 3rd down and 5 for the Buffaloes from their own 43-yard line. Hayden Johnson looking over the defense. He pulls it out, pitches it out, great play, and he's got the side, and he's going to gone. He's down to 20, down to the 10, 5. It's going to be a touchdown for the Buffaloes.
And there was the counter right there. This time Johnson didn't hold on to the ball. They ran the old option play on that one right there, and once he got on the outside line right there, and that one block, he's gone.
Once again, Deshaun Taylor on that, as he is able to take the pitch and take it to the house. Excellent call by the coaching staff.
That was an excellent call right there. And those are plays that you have in your playbook early on. You're not running those plays because that's not what you put in your game plan. But you have those plays in your back pocket, and that is a counter to a counter. As we see right there, comes across and suck that cornerback in. The cornerback has to have the pitch guy. You're not responsible for the quarterback. You're responsible for the pitch guy. You don't allow the pitch guy to get that ball.
And once he was able to get to the outside, it was off to the races.
Yeah, it was off to the races. He lost his discipline on that play because Johnson has ran the ball so much.
Exactly.
He wanted to come in and make a play, and there's your counter off of that. You suck him in, put him on the outside, 6.
Exactly. Well, the Buffaloes have responded after being kind of surprised a little bit coming out after halftime. They were up 13-0, came out the third quarter 14-13. Here's that play again as we see the quick pitch.
Yeah.
And the corner, as you said, he was way out of position. His job was to take the pitch man.
His guys to take the pitch man. Anytime you coach that, you tell the corner or whoever's the outside guy, your guy is the pitch man. Don't leave the pitch man. Regardless of what the quarterback does with the ball, it's not your responsibility. It's the linebacker, the defensive man responsibility.
And that's a good read by Caden Jones.
It was an excellent read. Early in the game, he was running that ball. He was pulling that ball down and taking out, turning the corner. Now the Buffaloes have put in, hey, we're going to put another guy out there for you, and if you cannot turn that corner, he's there for you. We've seen the guy go in motion, and we've seen the guy take off from the line.
Absolutely. The extra point was good, so Buffaloes are up now 28-14 with 10:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Let's see how well Skyline can go ahead and respond to this, because as much as they shocked Buffaloes coming out of the halftime, now they've been set back a little bit on their heels coming into the fourth quarter. So let's see how well they can respond to this.
Yeah.
This has turned into a really good offensive show when both teams were trying to fill each other out early on. It's really turned into an offensive show for both teams now. Another fair catch. You got two guys. Well, here we go. Because one guy called fair catch.
Called fair catch. As long as he does, if he calls fair catch, he can't. He's got it. Everything stops.
Right. The other guy, somebody else caught it, but he caught one. They called for fair catch. So ball's dead right there, and Skyline will take over at their own 17-yard line. 10:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Buffaloes lead at 28-14. Ball's going to be on the 23-yard line. Both teams have all three timeouts remaining.
And now we need to see what Skyline is going to do.
Number 12 was the one who scored a touchdown. That's Deshaun Taylor.
Yeah, they've tried to get the ball to Deshaun a couple times on the pass. And been able to connect, but right there, he was Johnny on the spot.
Handoff there, is able to pick up about 5 yards on that carry. Hopcroft took the Thurgood and traveled 5 yards with that. Time to get a little short. Buffaloes are trailing. Buffaloes leading. Raiders are trailing. 28-14. Ware with the snap. The handoff. Drive up the middle a little bit. Probably pick up about 3 yards on that.
Yep. Nice little play right there.
That's number 21 with the carry there. There's Michael Beasley.
Dietrich Brown, middle linebacker on the tackle for Buffalo. First time we called his name tonight. Try to make efforts to call names out. The kids want to hear their names called.
Absolutely. Where it keeps it, not able to turn the camera. The speed of that defense, once again.
It's right there.
Once again on display.
It's right there. It's the first time we called order tonight.
Yep.
And he's there. That's a good play by him.
Okay, second down, 8 to go for the Raiders. Where takes the snap, the handoff, and he's going to be quickly swarmed under. Once again, number 11.
Stacks up the
Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's Jacoby Davis on that one.
Jacoby's through there. He stacks up everything, and once again, and Dietrich gets his name called again as he's down on the spot, following right behind.
You know where Jacoby's the one that told us he squats 440 pounds. 540 pounds.
540.
My mistake.
Yeah, it's 540.
And he shows his quickness on there. He's a little undersized.
He's short and stocky.
For the position that he's playing, he's 5'11", 250.
Yeah, short, stocky, strong legs. You know, he's quick.
Yep.
Got a timeout here.
Now, can you play in college at the next level? Can you play at that size effectively?
The answer is always going to be yes, because there's always someone who can. What comes into question is, can you find a coach that is going to allow you at that size to play that position?
Right.
That's kind of what happens to it, because coaches get in their mind what a guy's supposed to look like, what size he's supposed to be. Right. Oh, I can't put that little fella in there. He's going to get mauled.
Right.
Okay, if that's the case, he's not getting mauled today.
Right.
Right. So you see that on film. There's going to be some coach out there that says, hey, I'm going to try to make you a middle linebacker because you have that toughness of playing on the line for a long time. Oh, and I can walk you up to the line, and now I have a 5th defensive line.
Absolutely.
Because I know you can do it. So it could work in his favor if he finds the right coach.
Well, you know, we also have to remember, too, these are high school kids.
Yes.
They're going to grow some more.
They're going to grow some more.
You know, we've got a flag down. We're going to have false start. Yep, we're going to take them back 5 more yards. Yep. That's going to make it 3rd down and 13.
Now we have seen old Uncle Mo swing back the other way. Now Skyline is making mistakes where we saw the Buffaloes make a mistake coming out of halftime.
Yes, indeed. It's going to make it 3rd down, 13 from their own 23-yard line. They're trailing the Buffaloes right now. The Raiders are 28-14 with 8:09 remaining.
There's still time.
In the 4th quarter.
There's still time. But you're going to have to score and make a stop.
Where it takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got a man that's open going down the side, and he's unable to make the catch. It was incomplete.
He was in a good spot. It was good D, though. I mean, the D-back was right there. He got a hand on it, but sometimes you need 2 hands to bring the ball in.
Well, it was good coverage by the defensive back. He wasn't fooled by the move.
No.
And he was able to make the play and stay keep away from the pass interference. Well, he used the sideline to his advantage as well.
Yes.
So Skyline will have to punt the football from their own 25-yard line, trailing 28-14 here in the 4th quarter. 8:02 remaining. Good snap. Soccer-style kicker gets it away. And it takes a nice roll for the Raiders all the way down to the 25-yard line. So this young man who's been punting the football has been doing an excellent job of flipping the field
into the wind.
Into the wind this time.
It was a good kick into the wind.
He had a couple of kicks that were with the wind, and he just boomed them. So this young man is doing a wonderful job. Big offensive weapon. Keep the other offense pinned deep. So the Buffaloes will take over from their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10, leading 28-14 at the Guard the Line Classic, a 3rd and final game of this Classic after a wonderful weekend of football last weekend and a wonderful week of other activities going on.
Yes.
There's the snap. Johnson takes it, pulls it out, keeps it, tucks it under, gets out to the outside, gets to about the 34-yard line.
And now as a coach, I'm telling the young man, I like what you did, but I would like for you to stay in bounds.
You need to keep the clock running.
I want that clock to continue to move. I'm up 14, 7:43 left in the game. I want that clock to continue to move. The clock is now your friend.
You picked up 9 yards on that carry. It's going to make it 2nd down and 1. Got 2 receivers to the south, to the north, and to his right side and left side. There's a handoff. Peyton Long with it. He's able to get up to about the 41-yard line. He's going to have the 1st down.
Yeah, right now, I'm just telling my boys, telling my guys, hey, 2 hands on the ball.
Don't fumble.
Let's not fumble.
And this is, if you're Skyline, this is the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Ball control, 1st down after 1st down.
Yeah.
You still have all 3 of your timeouts. Well, they have 2 timeouts remaining.
Right.
So you want to get them off the field and get the ball back to your offense as quick as possible.
Yeah, Skyline now has to start going after the ball. Not only do they need to tackle the man, but they need to tackle the ball as well.
Once again, Johnson keeps it. He's spun around, but he spun forward. The ball came up, but they're going to say he's down. So he was spun forward, and when he hit the ground, the ball did come out. So he was able to pick up about 4 yards on that. Makes it 2nd down and about 6.
Yeah, we're just. I guess he's going to stay in the big fella. He looked like he was writhing in pain, but no more.
I think he was more frustrated than anything else. Johnson takes the snap, hands it off to Long again. He powers forward, close to the 1st down.
Looks like
I think they're
going to give it to him.
No, he has the 1st down.
Clock stops. What? No.
Clock continues to run.
Yeah, so at some point, Coach Coleman's going to have to start thinking about timeouts. It's kind of early at 6 minutes. A little early, but you got to start thinking about those because you're 14 down.
They have to start thinking about pressing the issue, too. Make a couple more blitzes here.
Yeah.
They know Johnson's going to hold on to the ball. You keep the ball in your best playmaker's hand. And this time he hands it off again. This time it goes off to number 12. Goes on DeJohn Taylor with that. Taylor's had a good game tonight.
He has had a good game, capped off by that long touchdown run he had not very long ago.
Picked up about 2 yards on that carry, and the clock continues to run. We're now under 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Play clock down to 10 seconds. The Buffaloes just now breaking the huddle as they come forward. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 1 in the backfield, and we're going to have a false start, which is if you're somebody missed the snap count on that, so it looks like Simmons. Or they took a timeout instead.
Yeah, I happened to just be standing here looking over at Coach Williams, and he was down by the 25-yard line yelling for a timeout, and immediately started yelling at his quarterback to snap the ball.
You know, that's one of those plays. No. Oh, good play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's early in the season.
Yep.
And it's early in the season for coaches, too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So everybody's trying to get on the same page here.
Yep. Trying to work out the kinks.
For the most part, though, they've had good communication. It hasn't been a real mistake-played ball game.
No, this game today has been pretty good. Last week we saw some disarray with Creekside, and they weren't able to get the plays in here and there. And then we saw in the first game, the Millwood game, both teams were struggling a little bit with it. It was just first game jitters for everyone.
Now Johnson keeps it, turns the corner, able to get the first down and goes at it. And most importantly, what does he do?
He stays in bounds.
Absolutely.
I need my clock to continue to run. As we say, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. So that was a good play by that young man right there. You pick up the first down, you get down on the ground, keep the clock moving.
Yes, indeed. So smart football play right there.
Yes, very smart football play right there. And that's what the coach, and it's the coach's job to continue to tell the kids, play after play after play, the clock is our friend, stay in bounds. You know, even at the pro level and the college level, you have to tell them constantly, stay in bounds, stay in bounds, stay in bounds. You know, because of the athlete, you're playing, and you're playing to the whistle.
You're not really looking at the clock.
No.
Playing.
If you are looking at the clock, you need to come up here and stand by me and drink the Gatorade.
Short handoff there. Long's not able to get much. Stacked up by the Raiders defense. Coming up on 4:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. South Bend Buffaloes in Missouri City, Texas, lead the Skyline Raiders from Dallas, Texas, 28-14 here in the Guard the Line Football Classic.
You see the Skyline band challenging the Buffaloes band once again.
Well, you know, we mentioned a lot of HBCU connotations.
Yes.
And both bands show it.
Yes. Shalom.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what the score is, what's going on. And there's a handoff, Long able to get around the corner, picking up about 5 yards on that one. Doesn't matter what the score is.
No.
The band always has a good time.
The band has a game with inside the game.
Absolutely. They have a good time. You know, before the game, too, we were watching a bunch of bands. They were out there on the field.
Yeah.
And the Skyline band turned towards the Buffaloes band and kind of gave them a challenge.
Yeah, say bring it on.
Bring it on. And the Buffalo band stood there with composure, and they brought it too. So, it's, we're not talking about just talent on the football field. We talk about talent in the bands and the drill team, the cheerleaders. It's a great thing to see.
Hey, it takes a little talent to read those notes on the piece of paper and interpret them the correct way.
There's a handoff. Once again, Long with it. She gets stacked up. We're under 3 minutes now, and Skyline will take a timeout.
Coach takes a timeout down. So it's third down right now, and now coach is hoping to make a stop.
I think our player of the game is I'm going to hold on to. I'm going to hold on to my thoughts.
You're going to hold on to
Because
your
I know who I think should be the player of the game. And I know who the truck thinks should be player of the game. I'm not sure if you know who should be player of the game.
Well, it's been one big run. However, sometimes.
Okay. I think we both outvoted as to who we think our player of the game is. Although this is a good choice.
Well, we're going to find out.
This is a good choice of what they came out with.
Yeah,
I think we're going to go with.
We're going to find out. Let's see what they go with.
Number 12.
There they go.
There you go.
Yeah, there he goes.
The big end around run.
The Pancake gets a honorable mention, though.
Yo, he gets an honorable mention.
As
for that.
a coach, I love that downfield blocking. He gets an honorable mention. Now in film session, he's getting some love. But on this occasion, Dejon Taylor gets all the love as the player of the game for that end around touchdown that really kind of put Buffalo ahead enough to kind of close the door on Skyline.
The 5'9", 170 junior. And Johnson looking to throw the football, overthrows it, and it's almost intercepted.
Not quite sure what that move was all about, other than you plan on punting that up anyway.
Well, he had two receivers out there. He decided to go to the short one because he had one long running the post route. And he decided to go to the short receiver and overthrew him, but underthrew the other one, so it was kind of in between. So in any case, it was 4th down, so they turned the ball over. 2:46 remaining. Skyline will take over at their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10, trailing 28-14. Let's see who do you think will be the play of the game?
The play of the game? Oh, man, it could be the same play we just saw from the same player.
Well, let's roll it. Let's see what the truck shows.
Let's see what the truck tells us what we're going to do here.
And I think you are correct.
And
there we go.
There's the pitch. There's the pitch. 2 plays, an end around and a pitch.
Mr. Taylor taking it down the sideline, untouched. So, Dejon Taylor's had an outstanding ball game today. He's not one of the coaches talked about. They didn't really talk about him that much. Had a good defensive play out there by number 11.
Jacoby Davis.
Yeah.
Coach told us to watch him all game. We've been keeping an eye on him all game. He's been living in the backfield, stacking it up on the run, and gets a big sack right there to almost seal this game right off. And barring any quick plays, quick scores, this game is slowly slipping away from Skyline after they took the lead after half.
Up on 2 minutes. Deontay Ware takes the snap, throws it out to the flats, able to make the connection. He's quickly surrounded and pushed out of bounds. Now host the Buffaloes. Number 21 for Dallas. Skyline. Michael Beasley.
Not to be mistaken for the basketball player, Michael Beasley.
He was a basketball player at Kansas State University.
Kansas State
Michael Beasley went on to the professional NBA.
Drafted by, I think, Miami Heat.
Yep, played under Frank.
I think he was under Frank Martin.
Frank Martin, yeah, K-State. We're looking. Good pass. Able to make the reception. Out of bounds. Delvin Cook with the catch on that one. Picked up about 5 yards on that. Now it's 4th and 5, 4th and 7.
Not sure what coach was upset about. He's not happy about something. Time coach takes his headset off. He's not happy.
Maybe the last chance for the Raiders. Make something happen. They don't get the first down up here. We're looking. Here comes the rush. He's surrounded. Throws it, overthrows it, and that's going to be it. As the Buffaloes will take over on downs. They'll get the ball to the 37-yard line of Skyline. So, Coach, for the most part, we've seen a pretty good game.
We have seen
a few errors here and there, but not bad for the second game of the season for both teams.
Nope. The second half has been a much cleaner game, both sides of the ball, right? First half, we saw maybe some rust and maybe a little jitters from some of the guys, but second half has been a much better game by both sides. We see the Buffaloes up, but we saw the Raiders come out after halftime and put 14 quick ones on the board.
That's right.
It made it a game. And the Buffaloes had to respond. They had to slow down the momentum a little bit, stop them, and then, after that they had to go score themselves. And then once they started scoring and took the momentum, you can see Olmo slide the other way. You can see the Skyline players start to hang their hat, but Can't take anything away from either team today. They both played good football games today.
Indeed, the most favorite position in football, victory formation.
Victory formation.
So the Buffaloes are in the victory formation.
Yep.
Skyline has one timeout left, so they just took it. Trying to prolong it, but they decided not to take their timeout, so the clock continues to run. And Coach, we've had a good time.
We have.
We've had an excellent time here with the Guard the Line Classic. The MSW Entertainment has been a wonderful host. They've got a host of great sponsors, and the facilities are here have been top-notch here at DeSoto.
Yes.
And we've really enjoyed ourselves, and we've really had a good time. So we want to, thank you for joining us this evening, everyone. We want to send our deepest appreciation to the DeSoto Eagles athletic, administrative, security, custodial, and ground staff for everything they contribute to make the series possible. We also send our appreciation and traveling graces to all the schools who joined us and their supporters. It was a pleasure to have you here today. We extend special thanks to the media press representatives for their coverage of today's game. And here's our player of the game. Once again, as we look at Deshaun Taylor, our player of the game, goes across congratulating everyone. We want to extend our special thanks to all the representatives here. And, once again, we chose him as the player of the game because he had a couple great runs. And here's the last one that he had with the pitch. He goes up the sideline untouched. He shows a lot of speed, and he's off to the races.
And that's the one that sealed the game right there.
That's the one that sealed the game right there.
That one sealed the game.
So Deshaun Taylor makes it a happy trip going back to Houston or Missouri City, just outside of Houston, making it a happy trip for those guys as they return home. So they come over and celebrate with their fans and the band, who also made the trip up from Missouri City. So it's been all in all, it's been a great time for them. And like I said, once again, we want to extend special thanks to the media representatives for the coverage of today's game. The special shout out to MSW Broadcasting and our partner MSTC Hindu Productions. So take time to enjoy the vendors located in the home side of the parking lot as well. And once again, we want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Grace Banquet Hall,
Unite Consulting,
Emergency Ice. Well, we're still back with, there we go.
Oh, there
Emergency
we go.
Ice.
Concord Church,
And Nestle's Bottled Water.
Frost Bank.
Embassy Suites, Dallas Market Center.
How about the Marriott Suites at Dallas Market Center?
And then there's the Holiday Inn Express at Whitehall.
Harmon Brothers Transportation if you need somewhere to go.
And if they can't get you there, Village Travel Tours can.
And don't forget about Little Rock Coaches.
Sam's Limousine and Charters.
Western Motor Coach. We're going to get you where you need to go.
Game Time Transportation.
We're going to listen to 104 FM as well.
And then there's Perry Publishing.
Power 103.5 FM, Oklahoma City.
And then 103.5 Oklahoma City Sports Radio.
Where we're located at right now, DeSoto High School Athletics.
The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
Dallas ISD Athletics.
And finally, Walmart. We want to thank all of our sponsors. It's been a pleasure to do business with them as well. They've been very appreciative. And if not for them, Mid-Southwest Entertainment, they can't pull something like this off.
Yeah.
And so thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to everyone who tuned in with us. I'm Chuck Holmes, and I've been with Coach Larry Fennell, for everyone in the production truck. And finally, before we sign off tonight, we'd like to dedicate this game to a young woman, well, to our aunt and our producer, Todd Henderson. And Todd Henderson's mother, our aunt, she passed away early Friday morning, and she would want us to continue to do what we do to bring entertainment to people. And so we'd like to dedicate this game to her and let her know that we love her and that she will always be in our prayers. So with that being said, everyone, thank you again. Please drive cautiously and courteously on your way home. Thank you, and good night.